aid, medical aid, through our friends at Food for the Poor. This is a Christian charity that does such great work. Please go to LarryOShow.com and click on the Help Venezuela banner when you get there. Please give whatever you can. If you'd like to text, you can do that too. Text my name, Larry, to 51555, 51555. But the best way is to go to our show page, LarryOShow.com. Right at the top, you'll see a banner to help Venezuela. God bless you. Thank you for helping those who are in desperate need.
Hey, did you know the odds of our universe having the exact physical constants needed for life is 1 in 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 123rd? That's a number so large there aren't enough particles in the universe to write it down. It's not philosophy, it's physics. I've been telling you about the new documentary called The Story of Everything, and it's now available through streaming online. You can enjoy it over and over again. Plus, you can share it with your kids and your friends. This amazing movie dives deep into the mathematics of fine-tuning, the information code buried in DNA, and the precision engineering inside every living cell. It basically asks and answers, does the evidence point to design? Whether you're a physics junkie, a curious skeptic, or just someone who loves having their mind blown, this is the film to see. The Story of Everything, truly a cinematic masterpiece. Enjoy it now. It's available on streaming. Go to thestoryofeverything.film/Mike. Thestoryofeverything.film/Mike. That's thestoryofeverything.film/Mike.
It's time for Talktivities on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Do you have an item for Talktivities? Email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com.
The Bureau of Land Management will host a wild horse and burro adoption and sale event July 24th through the 25th at the Curry County Event Center in Clovis. The event will feature 120 wild horses and burros available for adoption or purchase. For more information, call 866-468-7826 or visit blm.gov. A new statewide program is seeking volunteers to help researchers track and conserve New Mexico's bumblebees. The New Mexico Bumblebee Atlas aims to document the locations and habitat needs of native bumblebees across the state. New Mexico is home to at least 22 species of bumblebees, which are highly efficient pollinators essential to agriculture in our state. For more information, visit bumblebeeatlas.org.
If you have an item for Talktivities, email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com. That's calendar@pvbcradio.com.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm John Scott. The U.S. and Iran exchange intensifying fire across the Persian Gulf as an interim deal to end the war is threatened.
The U.S. has launched new strikes on Iran on Thursday. Tehran responded by targeting Bahrain, Kuwait and Qatar. Shortly before the U.S. strikes, President Donald Trump said recent Iranian attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz signaled the end of the ceasefire.
And I say we hit them 20-1. Every time they hit us, we're going to hit them 20.
In Iran, the 2 days of American airstrikes have killed at least 14 people and wounded scores more, according to Iranian authorities. Iran's retaliatory attacks in the Gulf appeared bigger all around, with sirens sounding in Kuwait and at least 3 times in Bahrain. I'm Karen Shamas.
A Democratic candidate for the U.S. Senate is dropping out.
In Maine,
we believe that for the movement to continue,
Democratic Senate candidate Graham Plattner,
it can't be made.
Posting a video to social media following a sexual assault allegation.
We are suspending campaign operations.
It came from a woman who dated him, who said he drunkenly forced her to have sex despite her telling him to stop, an allegation Plattner denies.
I know that some will think it's an admission of guilt, and it most certainly is not.
Maine law includes a provision for Democrats to replace Plattner before the general election, and the state Democratic Party held an emergency meeting earlier Wednesday where more than 100 committee members signed off on holding a nominating convention in the event of Plattner's withdrawal. I'm Ben Thomas.
Yet another brutal heat dome set to roast part of the United States starting this weekend as part of a major weather pattern change. Some of the most intense heat will center on the Rockies, where some daily records are likely to be tied or broken. And wildfire activity will be a major concern in some areas. More on these stories from townhall.com.
Hey, I'm not one to say I told you so, but do you remember last year when I told you that Pure Talk was hands down the best wireless company that I'd ever used? Well, some of you were skeptical, but Consumer Reports just asked 120,000 people to rate every wireless company in America, including the big boys. Well, guess which company was the only company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. Coverage, support, value, data. 5 stars across the board. No service contracts, no cancellation fees, just great U.S. customer service on a crazy fast 5G network for a fraction of what you've been paying. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I will encourage you one more time to dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to a 5-star American wireless company that won't let you down. Pure Talk.
The Trump administration cracking down on an abuse of the H-1B visa program.
Vice President J.D. Vance says the administration is launching a new effort targeting abuse of the H-1B visa program.
Today, I'm proud to announce that the Federal Department of Labor has started dozens of subpoenas and investigations into foreign fraudsters who are trying to take advantage of the H-1B visa program.
The administration says the effort is aimed at protecting American workers. Willie Nelson, Washington.
Kentucky's governor has written an open letter to Mitch McConnell asking the Republican senator to disclose more about his condition. It's been 3 weeks of silence from the 84-year McConnell since he was hospitalized. Former Wisconsin Judge Hannah Dugan has been spared from prison for ushering a Mexican defendant out of her courtroom as ICE agents waited in the hallway. A federal judge has fined her $5,000. News at townhall.com. A judge has ordered E. Jean Carroll to be paid $5.8 million in the Trump sex abuse and defamation case. Correspondent Lisa Dwyer with the update in this report.
A federal judge says writer E. Jean Carroll can be paid the $5.8 million that was set aside after a jury found that President Donald Trump sexually abused her in 1996 and defamed her after she publicly revealed the attack. Trump's lawyers immediately appealed that order, which frees the money to be released to Carroll. Carroll's lawyers requested disbursement of the money after the Supreme Court declined to hear an appeal of the 2023 civil verdict. Trump has resumed defamatory attacks against Carroll as his lawyers consider asking the High Court to reconsider its decision. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Yeah. Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yes, one step closer.
It is. It feels Friday-like, but not quite Friday yet.
No, I think because last week was just all that it was last week. And,
yeah.
You know, it was rushing around. This week feels like it's kind of just dragging.
Yeah.
Just dragging along.
Slower pace, for sure.
Yeah.
It's all
the way
right.
life ought to be, you know? Take things a little slower. Slow it down.
It is summer, July.
Enjoy the vibe, you know?
Yeah. Kind of chill. But
it's nice.
Happy Thursday.
Yes.
Chill vibe. Probably not. By 10 o'clock, they will all be burning with our hair on fire. But anyway,
Can't we all just dream for a minute?
Yep, we can for a minute. Just 1 minute. And then
Why you
back
gotta
to the
be
grind.
all Walter Real World on us?
But let's see. I hope. Let's see. What do you got? Do you have plans for the weekend or anything?
It is my daughter's birthday this weekend. So we're going to be doing a little celebrating. Hopefully, heading to the pool. The college pool is kind of what we're thinking.
She's a pool aficionado. That's for sure.
She is indeed, and she's officially 13.
Teenager, huh? Congratulations.
Oh yeah. Congratulations.
Well, it's got to happen.
Yeah, I know
That's kinda how it
technically
works.
it's supposed to, but
So
I'm not ready, man.
How is she looking at 13?
Basically, right now, I mean, short term, she's got her eye on the small prize, which is the cash grab of the birthday weekend. I've never seen a human being make a more itemized birthday list for the family, and made it in triplicate, like a copy for myself, for her mom, and for Aunt Betsy.
That's just efficient.
I mean, it is, and I got to give it to her.
Well, if she doesn't get what she wants, it wasn't for lack of communication.
True, and that has become a problem in and of itself. It's like I was told if I give you a ratty plush bunny that I got here on a plane full of convicts that it's a good enough birthday present. Now you're asking me for this, and this, and I got to order from this place, and I don't know if they're going to ship it in time.
Well, things just seem to fall in Nicolas Cage's lap.
Yeah.
I mean, he did get the Declaration of Independence.
Why couldn't you just put the bunny back in the box?
He did. He was a wrongly convicted felon on a. Of course. He's
Not wrongly convicted. He did that fight. He fought that fight. He's supposed to be there. He was just supposed to have gotten out that day. That's all that is.
Or what was it? Oh, the arch villain with John Travolta there. What was it? Face Off?
Face
Remember
Off,
that movie?
yeah. Or you could take his face off, like in Face Off.
Yeah. Or when he didn't have his face in the one where he's the skull motorcycle.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider guy. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there's a whole plethora of Cage you can choose from, really.
Yeah. Although I hear he's got a show on Prime right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of being highly touted. I haven't watched it. It's called something noir. Black Noir or something noir.
It's not Spider Noir, is it?
Maybe it's something noir.
Because Spider Noir is I think it's an offshoot of the Spider-Man franchise.
Yeah, I don't think this is Spider-Man.
Okay.
This is.
But it's just kind of told from a noir.
Well,
standpoint.
and it's artsy. Like there's you can watch two different versions of it, like a color version a black and white version.
See, I love shows that offer that kind of immersion.
Yeah, it's on Prime. I think it's a mystery. I want to say black noir, but don't quote me on that. It's something noir. I don't know. I keep seeing the advertisements for it.
Spider Noir. Oh, huh. Yeah, shoot. Okay. It is. It's Spider Noir. It's,
is that it?
Yeah. Starring Nicolas Cage to classic Scandinavian detective show. Huh. It says, a highly rated live-action superhero series following an aging down on his luck 1930s New York private investigator who confronts his dark past. 8-episode first season is available. Okay, so
is it the thing you're thinking of?
It is, but I thought for some reason this was...
Yeah, I just see the commercials for it. I haven't watched or nothing, but the people that review it say it's good.
I'm intrigued. Now, I like the fact that you can watch it in this, they're calling it Nordic Noir.
There you go. Huh. I think someone just found the word noir and wanted to crowbar it as much as possible.
I was always a fan. I grew up, my radio heroes were a little different. I grew up with Garrison Keillor.
Yeah.
The Prairie Home Companion on National Public Radio, which was a huge listen in my house. Guy Noir was like one of my favorite of the detectives.
Oh, okay.
And he was one of the Garrison Keillor characters on Prairie Home Companion.
Okay.
So that's how I learned of noir it was a dark and stormy night. And it was Guy Noir and his stories.
Wasn't from The Boys.
From Lake Wobegon.
Matter of fact, that's the character in The Boys, Black Noir, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I got that from. I was like, I don't know where the other part came from. But it was the character from The Boys. That's his.
Or was that the one from Watchmen? The one with
Maybe
the
it was
face.
Watchmen. See,
no, that's Rorschach. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, in all fairness, I can't sit through The Watchmen. I've tried
really
3 times, and every time I fall asleep
it is sort
or
of like
it's just too slow.
It's meta. It's kind of it leans in on itself a little bit. Too
yeah,
much.
It was just.
I found something. This is kind of in topic, but I found something the other day, or was shown something that I kind of feel like is The Ring.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'm going to die in 7 days, but I have not been able to stop replaying it in my head, thinking about it, and I hate it. But it's such a weird concept. Somebody told me about a short called Great Choice.
Okay.
The premise of the short, it's a Red Lobster commercial.
Okay.
That's it. It's a Red Lobster commercial.
For anything particular, just Red Lobster?
It's the 30 shrimp deal from the 90s.
Okay.
It starts out, the woman says, "I'll have 30 shrimp, please," and explains all the different kinds of shrimp. The commercial ends. Then the commercial starts playing again. And everybody's playing their part, except the lady's like, "I'll have 30 shrimp?" And then it goes on with the commercial. Little things change, like a letter glitches in Red Lobster. And then it starts playing again.
Oh.
And then everybody does their part, and the lady's like, "What's going on?" And then the guy's like, "Great choice." And then it cuts to the narrator describing all the different kinds of shrimp. And it's like, including shrimp scampi, coconut shrimp, and you can't escape from this. And it's just like all these little glitches that keep happening in these replays.
So it's like a little weird horror movie.
It gets weirder and weirder every time. But the woman is the only one who's self-aware the entire time. And so she's trying to like figure out how to get out of this commercial. And then it melts down. Like she figures out that she's like, she doesn't say the line right. And he has like the thing he's writing the order with, and he smacks her in the face with it. And then you see her get whacked in the face with a metal tray. She's on the ground. Her nose is bleeding. He's like, "Great choice." And then it cuts to it's, but I have not been able to get it out of my head. It just keeps replaying. And I feel like it's one of those things I have to show somebody else to pass on the curse to get it out of my head. But I also don't want to hurt somebody else. So I don't know who I'm supposed to do this to. And I can't do it to you now because I've already told you the plan.
Yeah, I'm in on the Who else made you mad this week?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of people who have wronged me.
All I can think of is that movie Remote Control when you're talking about. That's what it reminds me of.
You know what? It's kind of got that level of surrealness to it.
That's what I was imagining when you were talking about is the remote. Go look it up. It's an 80s. Is it 80s?
Yeah,
or is that
90s. With
John Ritter.
John Ritter, yeah. And,
his wife was in it.
Oh, yeah, it was his actual wife in it, yeah. And some really terrible kid actors. But the HTV scene specifically, like where they're all dancing.
Yeah.
And he comes in to make you want to scream or whatever. And he comes in, he's like, and then he zaps him with the remote and he starts doing that's sort of like that surreal vibe. But I agree.
Yeah.
It's very much in that same vein.
Yeah.
But it gets, like, I don't watch horror movies because horror movies tend to stick with me. Like, it'd be like a random Tuesday night and a scene from a horror movie will just replay in my head randomly. Like, God, no. So I don't watch them for that reason. But this short gets really gory at the end. There's some weird stuff that she does to try to get out of the commercial. And I haven't been able to stop thinking about it, man.
You need a palate cleanser.
It's really messed with my sleep patterns. I've been trying to find like eye bleach. Something I can watch to cleanse the mental palate, you know?
Load up on food crime videos. That'll help.
I need the kids to come back so I can justify watching My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. You want eye bleach? That's some eye bleach.
Hey.
2 episodes of that and you are just happy.
When you're alone, what happens when you're alone stays when you're alone.
Unless you live in a trailer park within walls. I'm just saying, okay?
Well, turn the volume down.
No.
Put some headphones on.
Friendship is Magic must be enjoyed at full volume, sir.
Put some headphones on.
Just need my kids back to justify it.
That's right. All right, let me give you a rundown for today's show. We got a full slate for you. We're going to talk Leadership Roswell here in just a few minutes. We're going to have Rick Kraft join us from Leadership Roswell. I believe someone else is with him. I'm not sure who yet. I got a wall. I can't see. But they'll join us here in just a bit. We'll talk. Matter of fact, now's the time. If you're interested in signing up for the new upcoming class of Leadership Roswell, Deadline is here at the end of the month. So, but we'll talk all about it. If you're like, what is this of which you speak? I will tell you here in just a bit. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to replay our interview with Historical Society, talking about their big event August 15th. We had documentarian Peter Reddick join us, and they're promoting the 70th anniversary of the 1956 Hondo Lions Little League World Series baseball team. So we're going to play that interview for you. And then we'll talk dogs and cats. Crystal Noble with the Humane Society will join us, give us an update here at 9:15 this morning.
Indeed.
Plus all the newses that we'll have for you. Weathers, sports, and all the others. We'll have them for you, too. Speaking of is, let's take a look at your weather. Spoiler alert, a lot of hot.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. No big changes to the hot and dry pattern. We'll be at about 102 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine and a little bit breezy. Overnight, low 70s and a few clouds. We're between 100 and 105 and sunny on Friday. Right around 100 and sunshine on Saturday. Sunday, we do have a very slim chance of a late day shower with mid-90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 72 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 57%. Winds currently out of the south at 5 miles per hour. 102, that's our expected high today. Sunny and hot, 102 with south winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. They've slipped in a slight chance of rain tonight. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m. Partly cloudy. Overnight low of 73 with south winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll see. Friday, 103 tomorrow. Sunny, hot, 103. Southeast winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, clear with an overnight low of 73. Looking at the weekend, sunny, hot, high of 100 for Saturday. But Saturday night, rain chance is looking pretty good. A 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 69 degrees. Sunday, we're looking at a 20% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny and 95. And a 50% chance of rain Sunday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 67. And then Monday, we're looking at a 20% chance of showers, 30% Monday night, and a 20% on Tuesday, too. So we'll see. But, see if we'll get a few sprinkles tonight. All right, it is closing on 7:20. We're going to take about a 2-minute break here, and then we will talk Leadership Roswell here on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Spring is here, and Fulkerson has a few spring HVAC tips to help you get ready. Check for uneven temperatures from room to room. Replace your filter and pay attention to sounds that your unit makes. A professional spring checkup helps catch these issues early. And with the Right Fit membership from Fulkerson, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual maintenance and a reduced dispatch fee, even in the middle of the night. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas. Summer is here, and we're celebrating you. Join Plateau for the Customer Appreciation Summer Bash on July 17th from 10 to 3 at 3201 North Main in Roswell. Enjoy free snacks, music, and cool treats, plus hourly prize drawings during the event. Win camp chairs, an outdoor projector and screen, and even free internet service. It's our way of saying thank you for allowing us to serve the communities we proudly call home. Mark your calendar for July 17th and come celebrate 10 to 3 at 3201 North Main in Roswell with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted. When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast. No matter how remote the site, when every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support. Buy it. Before you head back to class, head for Roswell Honda for the Back to School Bash. Saturday, July 18th from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda. With free hot dogs and Pepsi products, snow cones, face painting, and great local booths and sponsors, including Dunes Brews, Tacos Pita, Sweetly Loved, Letty's Creations, and more. And register now for your chance to win a back to school bundle. Either a laptop, desk, and chair, or a back to school bag basket loaded with supplies. And ask how to sign up for free school supplies. The Back to School Bash, Saturday, July 18th from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning to talk Leadership Roswell, of course, Rick Kraft with us this morning. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Mike.
Brandon Williams, Executive Director for the Roswell Chamber as well, and last year's class president, Tomas Janikowski.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Very well.
Good. It's that time of year, because every time I see Rick, it's always 100 degrees out, which it is, July. And it's always a big time, because this is that time of year where the new class for, I guess this would be the 2026 class of Leadership Roswell, or is it 2027? Yeah, 27. Okay, it's like the Super Bowl.
They'd have to graduate.
Right. Starts up this year, and I'm going to give the 3-sentence description of it, and I'll let Rick, the guy who knows a whole lot more about this than I do, expand on it here. But Leadership Roswell is a program that's been going on for 30-plus years. He'll tell the exact date. But it's through the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, and it's a leadership program designed to get folks involved in their community, learn about their community, learn about each other, learn about the, kind of how the sausage is made from a government to business to nonprofit side. But at the same time, it also teaches leadership qualities, styles, ways to handle people, be leaders. All the skill sets that one requires to be a good leader, you learn that through the class as well here. Add whatever I missed there, Rick.
Well, I was commenting on you've got such a high level of knowledge of everything going on in the community.
Pull back the curtain. I am a graduate as well, too, so I know a thing or two about the class.
Well, I'll tell you, I enjoy listening to you in the morning, and
you're the one.
Yeah. I missed you yesterday because I had to go to Albuquerque, but the program started by the Roswell Chamber of Commerce in 1983.
There you go.
Forward-thinking board decided that we ought to have a leadership program, and so we're about to put together the 44th class of 27, with the longest running program, leadership program in the state of New Mexico.
And it's kind of as an homage almost, where there's other leadership programs throughout the state that kind of turn to this as their model, and so that speaks volumes for the quality and the fact that it's been going for 40 years is also speaks volumes. Things that stink don't last that long. Just saying.
I enjoy helping other programs get started, and we are involved in the program up in Portales and one in Texas. But just this last 3 months, Alamogordo is starting that program back in. Yeah, so the lady from Albuquerque who's putting it together really is patterned after our program. I have a lot of calls, a lot of information. So
I wonder if they'll get a lot of military folks at that Alamogordo one, because Holloman's right there. So I wonder if they'll get some.
But she's in the process of taking applications. She wanted to know how we put on that. But
of course, last time I checked, they got their own leadership program there in the United States Air Force.
A little different. We have 1,119 graduates.
That's awesome.
So we're excited for this year. I don't know. I can go into more detail on the applications. Maybe Tomas wants to share. You went through last year, and he's a leader of leaders.
I don't know about that, but thank you very much, Rick. I greatly appreciate it. So for me, it was a very unique experience. By the time I applied to the Leadership Roswell, or I was nominated by the CEO of the hospital, I've been in Roswell for about 30 days. Perhaps even less.
So
it was a great honor for me to be nominated.
Chili. What is that?
I definitely was. So it was a great honor to be nominated by the president and the CEO of the hospital. And as the time went on, I thought this was probably one of the best decisions that I have made to apply to this program, because being nominated is one thing, applying is another thing, and then being admitted is another thing still, right? There is a very high bar set for the applicants. It requires a lot of thinking, a lot of thoughtfulness in filling that application. And as I understand, there are more applicants who apply than those who are who are admitted.
Sure.
And everyone who was in my class was a top-notch professional. There were people who were the seasoned leaders in their own respective areas. But there were also other ones who were perhaps in the beginning of their careers or somewhere in the middle of the road.
Sure.
And I think it was, to me, this looked like an opportunity to find yourself as a leader. I mean, we may think of ourselves as leaders in one capacity or another, but I think that tenure of 10 months kind of lets you or allows you to redefine yourself, find shortcomings, find areas where you may excel, and then have an opportunity to bounce your perspective against the perspective of the other 29, the executive director, the president of the previous year. And it was invaluable for me, for example, to have gotten to know Brandon and Andrew, who were the top leaders in their respective
I think
class.
was Brandon your president when you went through as a...
No, it was Andrew.
Andrew, okay.
Yeah,
Drew Garnett.
Andrew
Okay.
Garnett.
Oh, Garnett.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I got my years fuzzy there because Brandon was the year after or the year before.
I was class of 24, and then I was
Okay.
elected president, so I went through the class of 25
Gotcha.
when Drew was selected, and then asked to stay on as
Okay,
program
so you're a year
coordinator.
before Drew. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I know I got my years fuzzy.
4 years of work.
Yeah.
These are all young bucks. I went back like in 2019 or something, or way back then, you know.
You rode a dinosaur to
pre-COVID.
So it was an honor. Subsequently, it was an honor to be elected by the class, the president of the class of 2026, which will now allow me the opportunity, what will give me the opportunity to now be a part of the class of 2027 and work along Brandon, and Rick, and some other leaders within the chamber to shape, hopefully, the best class yet to come.
Well, I'm going to ask you a very important question, and I think you already know where this is going, because generally the president, the class president, they're kind of, throughout the day you're doing activities and things, but there's a lot of time you can grab a snack, grab a drink, or grab a, and the class president, by and large, is in charge of the snacks. Now,
quite a bit of it.
Now, being a healthcare professional, your choice of snacks may not be the same choices of some of the people in the class.
That's right.
How are you going to handle that as a leader?
I think my thought about it is to pick as many snacks that when you turn around the package, you recognize most of the ingredients in them, as opposed to those that you cannot even pronounce.
You know what? That's smart.
That is
because his day job, he'll tell you a lot about other stuff, you know about the snack. I just had to ask that question because it's funny. The only reason I mentioned it, the year I went through Leadership Roswell, John LeMay was our class president. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a local author. He's with the Historical Society. But he's kind of a health-conscious gym rat type. Yeah, he's in good shape. He eats healthy and things like that. And so there was a lot of snacks like, dude, where's the you know, all right, I think we compromised with granola bars. But, I mean, it's like, come on, you know, what is it? What is this even food? What is it? You know,
protein bars.
So I just from past experience, I just wanted to know.
There will be fewer gums in the ingredients.
There you go. But
I can tell you some more nuts and bolts. I mean, we're taking applications till July 31st.
Yeah, and all joking aside here, what Tomas was saying, you have to sell yourself in this application. It's designed to be a thought-provoking. The committee that selects the 30 applicants that do get into the class basically have this packet that you turn in and only this packet to look at. And like Tomas is saying, they're asking you questions that if you answer with a simple yes, no, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get accepted into the class.
Yeah.
They're designed to provoke. I mean, it'll be a class questions. Just for example, and this may be verbatim one. You know, what do you think Roswell's greatest concerns are? That's if it's not that quick, it's worded something like that. And if you just say crime, Wonderful. Elaborate on that. But be more specific on that. We can all make laundry lists if you want to do that. We want to know how you think, how how you process it, and I'll honestly want to know your opinion on the community you live in and where you're coming from on that. Whether you come from a positive place or a place where glass half full, glass half empty. These are the kind of things that they go through on that. So sell yourself on that application. Don't you've got to the end of the month to turn it in. If don't wait till hours before the deadline to do this, because you're gonna find yourself lacking of time to do it.
Yeah, and as you said, it's all on paper, and you're making a good point. We have different scores. The scores don't compare notes. It's all independent.
Yeah.
So when the scores come in, if you don't know the applicant, which most of the scores don't know the applicants, if sometimes letter of reference helps, or a couple. It's not required. But
well, I will tell you this on a personal note on this one. The more the better. This is where I had an advantage. I'm a DJ that knows a lot of people. So I had literally like the mayor, the president of the college, like anybody that I put on the radio, I'm like, do me a letter. If they had any attachment to Leadership Roswell, I threw it on there. And and I'm telling you, don't in a world where you want to feel humble, this is not the moment to feel humble, but to sell yourself a little.
I'll never forget your application because it took as much time to read the 50 letters of reference as it did to go through all the other applications.
I'm going to overwhelm
this
guy in. I was like, I got one advantage. I'm going to ride that train, boy, and I did. So.
And Brandon can tell you about turning him in. He's heading up the chamber.
Yeah,
you'll be the guy who ends up receiving them here at the end here.
Right. Yeah. So I'm seeing them as they come in. Some of them are done online. Some of them are turned in on paper. And I can echo that statement. Just be thoughtful about it. Sell yourself. It's this is a once in a lifetime type program. The second time I went through it, and obviously the third time now, this will be the fourth. You pick up a golden nugget every single time.
Absolutely.
And the first time going through it, it's very wide-eyed and opening. And if you're not tired by the end of the day, I know that's always something that's mentioned. You didn't do something right.
Sure.
So
and I can honestly, not for Rick here, but for Tomas and you, because all three of us have graduated, you can honestly, probably the first day you went through, you're like, wow, there's a whole lot more going. Did you feel almost, I don't know if overwhelm's the right word, but just like, wow, I'm getting hit with a lot at once here. That first day, first class. Was that kind of your experience when you
It definitely was, and I think the overwhelming number of people who are associated with that first or the second or the third meeting, it's not only Rick and the class.
Sure.
There is always the president of the previous class, and then there is a Brandon, right? Now, there was a different director before. And then many guests and many life stories, many ideas, many journeys that people took that brought them to where they are today. And I think through listening to those stories, the lightning moment, right, which is a part of the program that Rick leads.
Sure.
I think everybody has an opportunity to discover themselves as a leader, perhaps a different leader than they thought that they were, because of those inputs, because of the experiences, and because of hopefully being thoughtful about what leadership truly means. Is it exactly the same what I thought it is and the leader that I was, or is it shaping me to be maybe a more refined person, a more refined leader, and the one that is going to now apply what I have learned into the fabric of the community now that I am a graduate.
Sure.
And you touched on this earlier. Really, there's three cores to what we do. If I had to summarize it in just a few sentences. Yeah. Number one is networking. You leave the year having, of the 30 students, you might know 3.
You're going to have 29 friends when you're done. That's just how it is.
And contacts, and so that's invaluable. Secondly is the leadership training. We have leadership every class. Different speakers come in. And then the third is education, and we have over 100 presenters. I didn't know that till a few years ago. On the year-end scrapbook, they listed everyone that presented. I counted 104.
I believe it. Because it's moment-to-moment.
We're exhausted. Getting them all lined up.
Planning and...
Yeah. And so you're going to know what the needs are of our community. of our county and even our state.
Sure.
The Santa Fe trip.
And and this is the part that it always amazes, because you run a tight schedule, and the thing what's amazing about it is those 109 speakers that you have.
Mm-hmm.
These are all people that are uber passionate about their thing.
Uh-huh.
And you got to wrangle them to 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got 15 minutes.
And it's really impressive to see that, and that in and of itself is a leadership talent.
we get beat up some on the evaluations.
I know. Rick Hale is retired, but does he still do his time?
No, he moved to Amarillo. We invited him back, and he said no. But
do we have a substitute time speech giver?
Well, Chris Lethko stepped up.
Oh, good.
And does one.
That one's one of those. As a leader, that's one of. I'm finding one in my pocketbook. That's one that always. Oh.
And so we always have him present in December.
Yeah.
So when he told me he's going to Colorado, be moving up there, north of Colorado Springs with his son, but he says I will come back in December.
Oh, he's going to come back for a visit.
I told him I said we'll put you in. We'll find a way in October.
Well,
to put it. And he says, what day? I said December 4th. He says it's on my calendar, and I'll come back.
That's awesome.
But he's done like 30 years, 32 years.
Well, and to me that alone speaks that sells the program when you got people that literally have left the area and said, no, I'm going to come back for my thing because it's that important, and it means that much to them. But they reckon, and so those stories in and of itself say, this again proves the quality of what we're talking about here.
I mean, Marlon talks on setting goals and
absolutely.
And that is one thing I will say about Mr. Wells and his talk is, being in the sales world and stuff. There's always a golden nugget that you pull from his and setting goals and all this stuff. And so very, very good. One of the better speakers through the whole deal.
Absolutely. Well, and this is where that wisdom thing comes in, where young people, it's so hard to get them to listen to the older folks with wisdom, but and I'm just not an age thing, but this is just truly that experience thing. Like a gentleman like him who's been experienced, you can't, the things that are rattling around that guy's head, you just can't find anywhere else. You know what I mean? Except for from him. And that's that's the special thing that
he leads by example.
Yes, absolutely.
I made a list of some of the topics we do on leadership training.
Yes.
Goal setting, that's Marlon. Attitude, communication, organization, creating margin in your life. That's one that Rick Hale did. Leading with passion, dealing with stress, leadership in the family, overcoming failure. A few students in the class have failed before. I mean, none of the four of us here.
I thought that's why we had to go back through a second time.
And class president means you failed, you got to do it again. They didn't tell you that part. You're like, you're the president now. Actually, you have to do it again. I'm just kidding.
Well, then I jotted down because we also do a whole lot of tours. And some of the places we go.
Yeah.
And it kind of varies sometimes from year to year. But the Institute went to New Mexico Supreme Court, go to a local dairy, FLETC, the hospital, county administrative office, the Roundhouse in Santa Fe, Leprino, NMUR, New Mexico Game and Fish, Loveless, Roswell Livestock, Governor's Mansion, Sheriff's Department, on and on. I'm tired just reading these.
Well, and this is the thing, we're kind of flip selling you on this one because we're telling at the end of the day we start out with the real value of what this program is. But if you're trying to hook line someone, we should have hit you with the explosions. The real part is you get to go and see the coolest stuff that you would never normally get to see as just a member of the public, depending on your class. Like my class, I got to go to FLETC. I got to go and shoot full automatic guns. I didn't let us drive that day, but because they were busy.
That's why they stopped shooting.
Yeah.
No, we do
it was your class.
Yeah, I was the one. Sorry about that.
Well, and the ropes course, I think.
Yeah, you get the ropes course. I mean, you get to go. You get to I got a chance to see the Christmas by Krebs plant, which, in case y'all don't know, that's like Fort Knox, man. Go to the proprietized stuff in there. I got to see Leprino, through there. I got to go to places that I never. The county day, they take you back to the sheriff's office. They'll take you back to the vault and see the old Tommy guns and everything. I mean, you really get to see a lot of cool stuff as part of. Oh, by the way, you're learning stuff. What I mean? It's really cool.
And the connections you make, I think, are extremely valuable.
Yeah.
I would never have thought that I would have started my own nonprofit if it wasn't for Leadership Roswell. I know I probably mentioned it through the class. I mention it, maybe here on the radio whenever I'm here. But, it just is what it is. I mean, the connections and stuff you make and the people that you meet can definitely shape the next 2, 3, 4 years of your life.
Absolutely.
Pretty fast.
Absolutely. And I think for folks, and like Tomas was saying here, it's a good mix of people here. And this is why I say regardless, like if you've been in Roswell your whole life or if you're new to Roswell, I know some folks, depending on your line of work, you get kind of nominated in here, and I think that was the case for you, Doctor. But that's not, apply. And if you're new here, this is a great way to learn and acclimate in our community and find your best ways that serve you to get involved. This is a great opportunity because you're going to learn about everything here. Like we said, it's not just the government. We learn about how the state and local governments work, but the nonprofit communities, city. I mean, you learn all of that. You learn about different organizations in our community that are stepping up to help our community. And so if you don't know much about the community, this is you're going to be the most well-versed individual by the end of the class here. Now, as far as commitment goes, it's one on average a Friday a month. And there will be a trip to Santa Fe during the legislative session in January timeframe there. And the class is all day Friday, so you're committed to the Friday. You'll report at about 7. You'll get done about 4:30 or so at the end of the day there, and it's a full day.
And then you stay longer. And typically stay longer.
And then, and that's just it. You end up talking, hanging out, and everything else, but obligated to about 4:30. And that's on you.
But attendance is the big thing.
Yes, and that's the thing. If you can't commit to the every Friday and to the trip. Maybe you ought to wait till you there's a time when you could commit to that.
Yeah, there's one potential applicant who I talked to a couple weeks ago. He said, "Give me the dates." So I literally emailed him the dates. He said that 4 of the dates he can't make it, so he's not going to apply this year. But we have 3 events for spouses or significant others. We do a welcome reception the first Tuesday of September, and then we do a Christmas party, and then we do graduation.
Yes,
and invite them. We do class projects, class of 26. I think did 3 or 4.
Yeah, you guys had you had like a project, a whole section of just projects. Yeah,
I think they're still doing them.
That's great. But that's the cool part is, I wonder if over the years, if there's an organization or charity that spawned just from one of these Leadership Roswell class projects over the years. I imagine there's got to be.
Yeah. They feel so passionate about the class. They say we want to help out this year. Can next year's group do it also?
Yeah.
And I'll say, well, they'll be whole.
That's kind of up to them.
But it is, we graduate them at the end of April, or at the end of May.
Yes.
End of April. Right?
End of April, right there. Yeah. Like that last week.
And, like I said, it is a commitment. And I tell the students the first class, and I'm dead serious about this, as Tomas said, there's more applicants, every year than we have seats. I say there's somebody who wants to be in your seat. And don't take that for granted.
Absolutely.
Class of 26 took that very seriously.
I just want to stress that, like, the class is limited to 30 slots. That is the, after years and years of, this is the perfect number to have. That being said, always every year more than 30 applicants. It could, there's been years past where you got almost close to 100 sometimes, and it just depends on the year. But and I've had the privilege in years past of serving on a committee for selection committees. And like Rick was saying, to this day, I have no idea who I served with. I literally got a stack of applications, read them, ranked them the way I did, and turned it back in, and they said, by the way, here's your 30 people. So I have no earthly idea who was on the committee with me or anything else since then. But I know it's all very scrupulous, very there's a lot of thought and discussion put into those 30 that are selected, and Rick calls every single person that turns in an application. Right. Obviously, the 30 that get in, he's got happy news for them, but the 30 that aren't, he calls every single one and tells them, did you didn't make it this year. That being said, if you have applied in years past, you get kind of a weighted credit for the next year. So apply again. If you try again, we've had some folks that fourth time was a charm, but they got in. And to be honest, the victory's a little sweeter when you do it You know what I mean? When you try that hard and then you finally get in, it's going to taste a little sweeter for you.
And twice in the history of the program, we've had people who didn't make it the first time. They made it the second time. They became class president.
Exactly.
So, I actually didn't make it my first time. Back in '83, I applied in the first group, and they turned me down. Had I gone through, I wouldn't be here today.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, it wasn't my time. And I came back 7 years later, and
who messed that one up?
These guys get to graduate. At 34 years, I just go back and do another one.
I mean, that's kind of like saying, yeah, we're going to pass on the Joe Montana guy. We'll take this dude.
Yeah.
And I think when Rick calls that Saturday, because typically it's a Saturday, I got the call from Rick on a Saturday in August, and I had, as I go back to it, this is one of the moments when you do remember where you were and what you were doing when you received the call from Rick to tell you, especially in affirmative,
sure,
but certainly otherwise. So for me, it's that moment where I knew exactly where I was, what I was doing when I got the call from Rick.
Nice.
Saturday morning, and it was, I think, about 10:30.
Well, if it was on Saturday, hopefully you weren't like knee deep with a patient or something.
No.
Thanks, Rick. I'm a little busy right now.
Well, now I want to emphasize too, we're a Roswell Chamber of Commerce program.
Yes, this is
and that's a big deal. It's a great. I mean, we report to the chamber, and we've got great leadership, including in this room, and we lean, it's hand in hand, the program.
Well,
with the chamber. So,
and in all fairness, the leadership Roswell makes the chamber look a lot better.
It works both ways.
Right. We brought red coats in our leadership Roswell. We're pretty much a shady individual. I'm just kidding. Just joking.
We asked a question in the last class, and I told them the first class, when you do the exit survey, which we did at lunch the last class day, the first question is going to be, did the program exceed, meet, or not meet your expectations? And to me, that single question, I mean, everyone sits there the first class, and I have no idea what their expectations are. Most of them have no idea what they're in for.
Sure.
But when you get to the end and, 90% of the students check exceeded, I mean, I've literally been in tears before. I mean, to me, that shows that what this team's putting together
absolutely
is making a big difference.
Well, and I think this is what makes the Leadership Roswell program so successful. I mean, obviously your leadership over this past 30 some years, that's the reason, but it's guys like that sitting to the left and right of you here, and many people just like them before. Todd and John and just the class presidents I can remember through the years here. Every one of these folks have Margaret. These are individuals that have really kept the Leadership Roswell thing going.
Well, the other side of it, and you're spot on because it's a team effort, and it's a blessing for me to work with these men. Is the community? When you're bringing 100 and plus people in to speak. And the hospital, the university, letting you in the doors, giving you tours. I mean, the community really has stepped up. I mean, if the community ever didn't support the program, we'd fall flat in our face.
Yep. Well, and it's that synergy that people, people see the value of the program. It works because it is by far one of the best ways to get yourself acclimated and learning and being a part of this community. If you want to do a jump start of investing in this community, Leadership Roswell is by far the best way to do that because you've learned so much, and regardless of how long you've been here, you're going to take something away from it. That's just where we're talking. You can get folks that are maybe a little senior in their career and towards the end of retirement. Obviously, we want the young folks to learn the leadership so they can carry this, but that's the mix, because at the end of the day, your classmates offer that input too. You get 30 people from 30 different backgrounds. You learn a lot in that room there, and that's what the class is designed to do.
Well, the class of 27, whoever's in it has some big shoes to fill from the class of 26, because they set all sorts of marks.
Bunch of overachievers.
Yeah, they did. They were very, very good.
Well, and I'll tell you, once you're in, your class is the best class. It doesn't matter what class it is.
Yeah.
It'd be like 2012 was the best one. You young kids don't know crap about nothing. They kind of do that stuff. That's all the fun in part of the class because there is a camaraderie to it. And conversely, I hope once folks that do go through the class this year learn more about our alumni association and then continue to support Leadership Roswell through that organization as well too. But we'll hit you with that another day.
But that's a big deal. The candidate forum, you've been involved with that.
Absolutely.
All the time.
And they do a lot of the youth, the team leadership, and their candidate
program.
forum. That's two of their more tentpole
the awards
events.
each year, the awards banquet.
But they do a lot of behind the scenes stuff too, that you don't realize too. So, but that being said, you're kind of on your official 2-minute warning on getting your applications in for this year's upcoming Leadership Roswell class. The deadline is July 31st. By close of business that day, 5 p.m. It's got to be in Brandon's inbox.
In my hot hands.
In his hot little hands by the end there. Again, do not wait until the 30th to start worrying about this stuff. Get an application either online or come by the office and pick up a paper copy at the Chamber of Commerce. They'd be happy to get that to you and then get it turned back in.
And also, I would perhaps suggest that those who are interested in learning a little bit of what happens in a program on an ongoing basis is to follow our social media, including LinkedIn, Leadership Roswell. And follow us and befriend us, etc. I think a lot of good information can be gotten from that source.
Different projects, and even each class sometimes have their own social media, Facebook pages, things like that too. And just if you type in Leadership Roswell on any of your LinkedIn or Facebook, you'll find some great groups that I encourage you to like and follow, and just keep in your Facebook feed.
Well, as you said, and most of the community would know this, the chamber is at 131 West 2nd Street. The online application is roswellnm.org. But if you Google Roswell Chamber of Commerce,
it'll pop right up.
Come up right on the top of the website.
Brandon's got a link right to it.
And a lot of times people accidentally do .gov and go to the city's website and can't find it. And it's like, well, that's because that's the city's website because they're pretty close. It's the .org.gov that throws people off. But,
and if they have questions, they can call the chamber 623-5695.
Absolutely.
They call my office 625-2000.
Come by the office and look at the new sign.
Oh,
yeah, I got the new sign out there.
Wow.
Come check it out. It's all shiny. Still got new sign smell and everything. So
wow, that's right.
Come check it out.
Can still smell the paint.
Brandon's a little high from it.
Good things going on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Check out the paint. That's good. Very good. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us here. And if we need to do a last minute push or anything, just let me know, Rick. But folks, do not delay. Get your applications this week. Maybe, with being Thursday, weekend coming up, that'd be a good time to maybe sit down and put some thought into this and take your time with it. But give some good thought provoking. Sell yourself. If you're not normally good at, if you're a humble person, this is where you're going to have to swallow that humble a little bit and brag on yourself a little bit. Because this is, I get it. Believe it or not, I don't like bragging either. I know it doesn't sound like it, and I look like a big ham, but turn the camera off, I'm quiet. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you, Mike.
Anytime.
All you do for the community.
Anything else I can do, just let me know here. So, 7:55, let us pause for news and some commercials before more news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. The U.S. military completed a round of strikes early Thursday in Iran. Those strikes took place shortly after President Trump declared the memorandum of understanding with Tehran is over. Utah prosecutors plan to play audio clips in open court of law enforcement officials interviewing the roommate of the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Tyler Robinson, charged with aggravated murder, and has not entered a plea. He turned himself in a day after the fatal shooting of Kirk at Utah Valley University in September. A hazardous record-breaking heat wave scorching the U.S., bringing triple-digit temperatures to millions. A powerful heat dome roasting the western U.S. This follows a deadly scorcher that recently blanketed the East Coast and the Midwestern U.S. This is SRN News.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Oil prices rose and stock markets dropped in shaky trading worldwide Wednesday after President Donald Trump raised doubts about the temporary truce in the war with Iran. Fed policymakers were split on the future of interest rates at their June meeting, with officials offering competing cases for hikes or cuts. That's according to minutes released on Wednesday. The International Monetary Fund on Wednesday modestly downgraded its outlook for the world economy this year, citing the energy shock caused by the Iran war. The IMF now expects the global economy to expand by a sluggish 3% in 2026. U.S. Airlines spent $6.66 billion on jet fuel in May. The May figure was 84% higher than a year earlier. Hyundai is recalling over 325,000 vehicles due to rear-view cameras that may not display properly. The recall affects certain 2018 to 2020 Odyssey vehicles. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Do you have missing teeth or would like them replaced? If you think dental implants are not affordable, think again. At Maupin & Brown Dentistry, their goal has always been to provide the highest quality dentistry in a state-of-the-art office at a reasonable price. They routinely treat patients that have traveled out of town for a consultation but cannot afford the treatment quoted. Now, if this sounds like your story, come in today. As one of New Mexico's largest users of the world-class Nobel brand implants, they're able to purchase in volume and pass the savings on to you.
So, if you're missing a tooth or have loose dentures, call today for a free evaluation, which includes a free 3D x-ray. You'll be given treatment options with an honest evaluation with no hard sell or arm twisting. But don't take our word for it. Just ask one of the thousands of patients they've treated. Maupin & Brown Dentistry, your choice for experienced, affordable, state-of-the-art dentistry. Call 627-0141 or visit maupinbrown.com.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them. The suits for the astronauts. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 7:59. Stay tuned next hour. Around 8:15 or so, we're going to replay our interview. Amy McVeigh-Tejas with the Historical Society joined us, and documentarian Peter Reddick joined us. And we're promoting the on August 15th and 16th. They're having a big 2-day event honoring the 70th anniversary of the Hondo Lions Little League World Series baseball team. So we had a great interview with them talking about the event on the 15th and 16th. So we're going to play that interview for you next hour. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to go dogs and cats. We'll have Crystal Noble join us from the Humane Society, give us an update on pets. Looking for homes there. And, of course, any sales at the thrift store. I'm telling you guys, if y'all don't shop at the thrift store, especially for, like, appliances or art or anything, it's just way better. You save so much money because most of it's brand new and good stuff. And all of the money goes to help out the dogs and cats. So it's a big win. All right, it is 8 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm John Scott. The exchange of fire between the U.S. and Iran continues for another day Thursday.
Sirens sounding early Thursday in Kuwait City as Iran again targeted Kuwait, Bahrain, and Qatar with retaliatory fire after U.S. forces launched new airstrikes on Iran. The attacks came hours after President Trump said recent Iranian strikes on ships in the Strait of Hormuz signaled the end of the ceasefire.
They're bad people. And, frankly, I don't want to waste my time with them.
Thursday's attacks appeared bigger all round. U.S. Central Command said it hit some 90 targets, and Iranian state media reported explosions in several locations, including Bushehr. I'm Ben Thomas.
Graham Plattner drops out of the Senate race, allowing Maine Democrats to replace him. More from correspondent Laura Winters.
Graham Plattner has dropped out of the Maine Senate race. Top Democrats, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, called on him to step aside as an ex-girlfriend came forward, accusing him of breaking into her home and sexually assaulting her. He releases a video on his X page denying any wrongdoing.
I have faced some very serious allegations, and I just want to make it clear. This is all false. The things that have been claimed did not happen.
Laura Winters reporting.
Utah prosecutors planning to play audio clips in open court of law enforcement officials interviewing the roommate of the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Tyler Robinson, charged with aggravated murder and has not entered a plea. He turned himself in a day after that fatal shooting. President Trump announcing at a NATO summit in Turkey, the U.S. will allow Ukraine to manufacture Patriot air defense systems. This decision marks a significant shift as the U.S. had previously resisted this move. More on these stories from townhall.com.
Are you tired of feeling lousy? Maybe you had a scare at your last checkup or just walking hurts? When enough is enough, call PhD Weight Loss. When I had enough 4 years and 53 pounds ago, I knew I couldn't do it alone. I'm Mike Gallagher for PhD Weight Loss. Best phone call I ever made. They were right with me. They still are today. Right now, mention Mike. You'll get 2 free weeks added to the program, and they'll pay for the cost of your food. $1,500 value. Call 864-644-1900, 864-644-1900, or visit myphdweightloss.com.
Maybe this is you too. There is enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It's amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven. And yeah, you could save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Here's the number. They're easy to talk to. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE.
An AI program in the state of Utah has sparked a vigorous debate. Keith Peters reports.
That debate is about the role of the technology in healthcare. Utah is the first state in the nation to allow AI to renew prescriptions for patients. Previously, that role had always been reserved for doctors and other medically licensed professionals. Technically, state and federal laws don't allow AI programs to handle prescriptions, but officials in Utah have waived those requirements for Doctronic, maker of the AI chatbot that converses with patients and can send refill orders to their pharmacy. The Federal Food and Drug Administration has signaled it doesn't plan to intervene. Keith Peters, Washington.
Microsoft announcing it's cutting 4,800 jobs, including many in its Xbox division. Represents about 2.1% of its global workforce. Xbox CEO Ashish Sharma, who took over earlier this year, says the industry is not healthy. News at townhall.com. A fatal shooting during a Texas ICE operation drawing lots of attention.
Authorities say a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer shot and killed Lorenzo Salgado Araujo in Houston during an operation after he attempted to evade arrest in his vehicle. The Department of Homeland Security said the shooting occurred during a targeted operation against the Mexican national who was in the U.S. without legal permission. The shooting has drawn calls from some local Democratic officials for an independent investigation. This is at least the 8th death from an encounter with federal immigration officials since the start of the Trump administration's intense immigration enforcement campaign. I'm Haya Pinjwani.
New World screwworm cases in dogs in Texas and New Mexico, prompting warnings from veterinarians and humane societies that pet owners need to remain vigilant to protect their animals. Animal health experts say pet owners should examine the animals regularly, give them prescription flea and tick medication if need be. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. Let's have a listen. What does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Deuce of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy Thursday. I need to change my computer screen. I was looking at something on Facebook and now it's a picture. I don't know what the... Let me go back to my weather. People putting people things on Facebook.
All that orange sky over there, it's much better to look at.
All I'm saying is now I've heard a term that I don't think I'm happy about.
Okay.
Thundercats. Why you done ruin my Thundercats cartoon?
I don't think I want.
Why are they done doing that? No, apparently there's a thing now where if you're Gen X, I guess, and they're saying that they're not Cougars, they're Thundercats. I'm like, stop it. Stop destroying my childhood with your sick fantasies.
Is it because, I mean, are they saying... I just can't help but ask.
It's like a boss.
No, but I can't help but ask, are they saying it because they're... I mean...
Look, I'm not going that area. All I'm saying is I saw a thing and a whole thing about Thundercats, and now I'm like, dang it. Now you ruined a cartoon for me.
This is like playing the game. Now, I'm telling you this. I'm going to be as careful as possible when I say this, but this is very much like playing the game Cards Against Humanity. If you've ever played, there are certain terms that you learn through Cards Against Humanity. And the general rule of thumb, at least in my friends group when we play, is don't Google that. If you don't know it, don't Google it.
Well, I got smacked on the face with it. That's what happened here. I'm just scrolling, minding my own business, looking for, and then all of a sudden, Thundercats. Oh, I
like the visual. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, just
well,
like that.
You know, you got to train your algorithm, man. It's showing you sensational stuff.
I'm a morning show DJ. I cannot train my algorithm. It's going to have the weirdest, most just picking up in the room the things I say. It just
they're going to show you things that are provocative. Get the people going.
Okay? Yeah, I guess.
That's what they're going to show you. So you got to narrow around that.
I see a lot of crab chip snacks right now.
I know. I feel like you need a. You know what? There is, and I've had it before.
Yeah.
There is a Japanese, I think, either Japanese or Chinese flavor of Lay's that's just straight crab. I'd be curious to grab those and let you try them.
And I've had crab chips.
I know.
Your
but I'm
Utz
saying,
and your herbs.
To compare the Japanese Lay's version of crab to what you've experienced
probably the same
crab chips.
chip. It's at the end of the day, it's just a potato chip they put Old Bay seasoning on, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much a crab chip.
If you can get that actual like buttery crab flavor, that's the key.
Yeah. But anyway, Thundercats is ruined. Thank you.
You've cursed yourself though. This is the problem. I've seen ads that are so good, you're like, all right, I'm going to regret this, but I need to know. I'll click it, and sure enough, for the next 2 weeks, and it doesn't matter if you say not interested or I don't want to see this, they're like, yeah, you do. You do, though. You don't think you do, but you do.
Well, I made that mistake yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, pull back the curtain. I don't know why I clicked on it. It was on Facebook. And it was an advertisement for earrings. It was like a black cat that went through the ear. It was like, and then the cat was doing the middle finger. It was kind of funny. I thought, oh, that's kind of funny, little. And I was thinking, I wonder if they got like a black and white cat. That'd be kind of funny because my wife lost her earrings that I bought her on vacation like a couple years ago, and then she went and just bought earrings. I was like, well, we were just about, cool. But then I was thinking, well, maybe if I see these in a black and white, she'd never wear them, whatever. But as a joke. So I clicked on the advertisement to see if they had, but they don't, by the way. And now all I see is every time I open my Facebook is cat earrings, and I'm just like, oh man.
No, it's a dangerous. You can't be interested in anything. And if you're interested in it, you need to do. This is where I think we can bring back the old school methods. If you're truly interested in something, head to the library, pull out the card catalog, thumb through it until you find what you're looking for, and then use the Dewey Decimal System. Because you know what? That knowledge is untraceable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the card catalog, actual catalog, does not exist in the library anymore.
Well, there's a digital version thereof, which is traceable.
Exactly.
So-
Unless you know where the book is, you're gonna
go ahead and learn yourself the Dewey Decimal. See, these are all about workarounds. Go ahead and learn yourself the Dewey Decimal System, and then you won't have to worry about the card catalog.
Matter of fact, if you've got one of those old cabinets that were the old Dewey Decimal Card catalog cabinets, they're like worth money now. Like
I know.
There's collectors that love those things.
Matter of fact, if you've been over to the Miniatures Museum, they actually utilize one of those card catalog. I don't think they still have it, but at one point they had a card catalog thing with each drawer had like its own little setup inside.
I'm pretty sure at the historical side of the archives we have them that they use them in there. I'm pretty sure I've seen them in there. So they exist. Yeah, just not in actual libraries anymore.
It's. I was talking to Greg about this. It's really cool when people rework machines. Like we have one of these in the Artesia office, but if you go to Vegas in the Cosmo, there's on each of the 3 floors or 3 of the different floors, you have to find it, but there are these old cigarette machines, like the old school pull thing. But what they've been converted to sell art. So these little like 2x5 canvases of like actual artists will get these canvases and submit them, and then they get put in these machines, and you put $5 in, and you just pull a crank. And there's different kinds. There's like one that's like specifically about the spectrum. There's one that's like all LGBTQ. There's a bunch of different ones, and you just pick and choose which one you want. But it's really,
you get to pick them?
Yeah, you get to pick. You don't get
that
to
was like the bubblegum machine. We put the quarter in one of the NFL helmet, and you always got the Colts.
It's random, but you get to pick the style. So like if like say for example, I wanted some of the spectrum art. What it is it's art on wood blocks, but it's tactile, so it's got something attached that's like a fidget or something that someone who's on the spectrum could utilize.
Okay.
But then there's other artwork that's just on oil on canvas, like Greg would do. There's all kinds of different things, and some of these are actually actual artists that are worth money. Miniature recreations of
most are junk.
Some honestly are just like kids, middle schooler submissions or whatever.
I mean, this could be hit or miss.
But every now and again, like Greg has mentioned, he's done like miniature versions of his full-blown paintings that he sold for like $1 million for these machines. So if you get a mini one of those, that's like
I think
a rare find.
Take this idea and turn it into the big bubblegum machine and put the quarter. And you get that bubble, and it could be art. But be like the bubble gum. I was hoping for a tattoo. I ended up getting a sticky thing, whatever it is.
Okay, so this is now we're getting into Mr. Beast territory. Because what he did was he set up this whole thing with for like $10 you get a coin, and you put this coin into the machine, and you turn it. It could be anything from like a drone to a Tesla to just like a big sticker or something. But it all came in these giant bubbles. And it was a big. So yeah, they've done stuff like that.
I gotta be honest. Like, and I'm opening a can of worms. I ain't got time for this, but
ain't nobody got time for
that.
I
know Mr. B sells the products, but where does he get all his dang money from? I know he's got products and things, but like, how has he got that much money to give away?
It's a long story. He basically came up from the bottom up on YouTube and just basically took advantage of every single one of the caveats of like the creator program, of the AdSense program, of at one point in 2011 or 2012, YouTube was investing in video in channels specifically to make to hire staffs to bring in giving them money to do this. And Mr. Beast took advantage of that, invested in that.
So he just basically got lucky in the right place at the right time and caught the winds were blowing when
he pulled a Drake. He started from the bottom, now he's here.
So, all right, what's he like legit net worth? Like, is he up there with Musk and these guys?
I don't think we're talking B's, but we're definitely talking like high M's.
Okay.
He's that's the thing. He's franchised out. He's got his own line of like the candy bars.
I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop.
Each one of those is its own like stream of revenue.
Like he literally the candy bars and all that stuff, and I'm like, is he really making that much money doing these things?
Yeah.
And I guess he is, but
they just did like a whole Mr. Beast world thing and I'm so ashamed of myself that I know this. But they just did a whole Mr. Beast world thing. Don't nod your head. It was in the reason I know is because it was in Saudi Arabia, and I've been like doing I follow the whole Riyadh season thing, just because it's fascinating how much money they've invested. The Saudi fund has invested into this Riyadh season thing,
right?
And, how much blood money can we spend? But they had Mr. Beast set up a whole thing where he gave away $2 million, and it was
I'm just like, all I know is like, I remember a lot of candy bars that were really big in the 70s ain't big no more.
His empire stems from a whole generation of children who were like, "Yay, give me stuff, give me free stuff, give me."
I'm waiting for the Netflix documentary where this guy's gonna be broke, penniless, and sitting on the side of the road somewhere. I'm just waiting for that to happen. I hope I'm wrong.
Well,
but just history is on my side on this.
Some have tried. Some like former employees have tried to like bring situations.
It's gonna come crashing down at some point. I just don't know how, but it's what comes up must come down, and that's gonna happen at some point.
You know, for a man who loves to watch things burn as much as you do, you really do need to learn how to play the fiddle. We got a great hill right outside of town to stand on and just play while the
I don't know a lot of stuff, but I think I know people. If people are going to be people. If not today, tomorrow, they're going to be people.
If not today, then someday, for the rest of your life.
Anyway, I knew I would. I was like, I didn't want to go down the Mr. Pitt. I was like, how does this guy even exist? Like, what happened? Like, I'm not plugged into that world. And I'm like, only reason this guy just came out of nowhere to me. You know?
I had to be a pop radio DJ for 15 years, so I got really used to, I got attached into the streams of consciousness that is Gen Z and thought.
And quite frankly, Mr. Beast is just for a guy with a lot of money, it's a pretty sad name. I don't know. I think he could do better. Mr. Beast.
Yeah. I mean, Colby Donaldson, I think is his real name.
Mr. Beast is... It sounds like a college frat buddy bar name that they gave in. It's stuck, and quite frankly, he's kind of mousy.
There's a sort of curse about like internet 1.0 versus kind of where we are now, internet 3.0. A lot of people got famous with the names that they had to use to get like approved on like their Gmail or whatever, and some of them are like taken. So. Like there's some that's like his name is Boogie2988. It's like you had to include your whole birth date in your name to be famous.
Well, maybe you should start with a marketing class before you start picking your business model names and everything else.
Not all decisions are the best decisions, right?
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of marketing, we do have a good marketing dude. Freddie Soso is going to join us here from Richland. He knows he knows way better than Mr. Beast's. He wouldn't have called his thing. But anyway, Freddie's going to join us here, give us an update what's going on over at Richland, and of course, good time to buy vehicles. It's kind of that transition time where kids are going back to school, so you're going to be looking for cars for those. So you kind of got that. You got folks like that have disposable income that are about to kick kids out. They're like, all right, let's get the truck. And then you got the ones that are about to send the kid off to college. You want to get them that good used car, not like the beater, but the one that ain't gonna suck up your money.
When does the model year end?
Oh, that's a pretty question.
Is there a specific time for that, or
no? It really just kind of happens per kind of car.
Okay,
so like. Right now, we already started getting 2027 Terrains and Equinoxes.
Gotcha.
The trucks won't be until later in 2020.
No, save the good stuff for later. We don't want to, spoil them too early.
I would imagine
let's not get into the good.
And I don't know the whole. You know what? I'm going to save this because I go turn to Freddie's. Now I got questions on I'm sure it's like just. Because the plants that make the vehicles, I'm sure it's like, okay, it's now we're going to make Equinoxes until here, and then we're going to shift over to some other GM
That's
product
gotta be
or whatever.
An exciting day at the plant. You walk in, you're like, oh, we're working on the 27s today.
Yeah. Well, but I imagine it's the vehicle in it. So I don't know enough about this stuff, but I mean, you can't just switch the plant to say, all right, we're going to start making small cars, and we were throwing trucks on here. I imagine there's got to be some shifting of the parts to make that all happen. I don't know, but anyway.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll get an update on all that stuff. Also later on in the hour, we'll get you up to date with news, the local variety, Wall Street business update, and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, let's get you up to date with the weather. Then we're going to take about a 2-minute break here, and then Freddie from Richland will join us here on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. No big changes to the hot and dry pattern. We'll be at about 102 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine and a little bit breezy. Overnight, low 70s and a few clouds. We're between 100 and 105 and sunny on Friday, right around 100 and sunshine on Saturday. Sunday, we do have a very slim chance of a late day shower with mid-90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Summer adventures in New Mexico can lead to unexpected injuries or conditions. Artesia General Hospital and our skilled general surgeons remind you, take steps to avoid surgery while traveling and enjoy outdoor family time. Lift heavy coolers and luggage properly to prevent hernias. Practice safe food handling at picnics to avoid severe infections. Wear protective gear during activities, clean cuts thoroughly, and don't ignore persistent abdominal pain, swelling, or unusual symptoms. Prevention is best, but if surgery is needed, whether for appendicitis, gallbladder issues, or trauma, our experienced team is here. Dr. Michael Mann, MD, and Dr. Shiamo Pansaria provide compassionate, expert general surgery care right here at home. For advanced surgical services you can trust, choose Artesia General Hospital. Artesia General Hospital. Healthy summers start here with surgical excellence when you need it.
Hey Roswell, celebrate America's 250th birthday with massive savings and more for your trade during the Red, White, and Blue Book sales event at Roswell Ford. Actually, we really don't need a Blue Book. We need your trade, and we need it right now. We'll do whatever it takes to terminate your current loan or lease, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Plus, this is the final week to get employee pricing for all. You heard right. This is your last chance to pay what we pay on our entire lineup of new Fords. So there's never been a better time to trade and upgrade to a new Ford and get massive savings. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Hurry in for massive savings, more for your trade, and employee pricing for all. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Employee pricing excludes Raptor Series 2026 Super Duties, Lariat Package and up, 2025 and 2026 Transit Wagon, standard exclusions, and final pay units.
It's Mornings with Mike Winters. He's portly, short, balding, short-sighted, and long-winded. Sorry, ladies, he's taken. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock, and now officially joining us in studio, Freddie Sosa from Richland Motors. Good morning, Freddie.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Good.
How's life at, of course, you hang out mostly at the GM store, but I know you're always peeking in on both stores from time to time.
No, I mean, I've been actually spending a little bit more time at the Chrysler store.
Okay.
It's, both stores got good stuff going on.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
absolutely.
It's actually super exciting. So, the Dodge store's got a lot of movement going on right now for them.
Good deal.
So, some of we'll probably get into it, but some of the better deals of the summer at both stores happening at the same time, which is kind of rare. So,
good deal. So what's the big like on the over the Dodge side? Is it the Jeeps? What's the cars that are kind of they're really putting the big incentives on right now?
Really half-ton trucks.
Okay,
so half-ton
on
trucks
the Rams
and the Gladiators.
Gladiators. Okay.
So one of the things and on both sides, on the Chevy and the Chrysler Dodge sides, we're seeing a big push in that mid-size truck.
Okay.
And so GMC Canyons, Chevy Colorados, and Gladiators are some of our fastest moving stuff because, as we know, if you look at pricing now,
sure,
stuff's gotten so expensive.
Absolutely.
And so people who still want a truck don't want to spend the $60,000 and $70,000 to get it. And then we have this mid-sized truck that kind of fell off. Like for years, besides the Tacoma, there wasn't a lot of stuff you've seen on the road. And now at both stores, one of our better sellers is that. And at the Dodge store right now, there's between 5 and I believe 10% off on Gladiators.
Well, and as a Gladiator owner, I can tell you they are the perfect mid-sized truck because I can still fit my vehicle in my garage.
Yeah.
But if I need to move stuff or do stuff, I got the ability to do that. So.
Well, and honestly, the last time we had those type of discounts on Gladiators was when you bought your Gladiator.
Yeah.
You know,
and it was around May, summer time frame too, if I remember right.
So the last time we had that type of incentive on those cars was literally the last time you bought me, and it was off that.
Well, I got a great deal. So if you're looking for a Gladiator, definitely come in and see Freddie's team down there and talk.
And then on the Dodge, on the truck side over there, they have between 8 and 15% off on half-ton trucks on top of our already heavily discounted trucks.
And I've owned a Ram in my day too, and that was a great pickup truck too. I had a Ram for a couple of years.
So we got trucks over there now with like almost $15,000 off.
That's great.
It's crazy. So
yeah, and something that normally is out of a lot of people's budget can now be very much in your budget right now.
Well, it changes kind of your aspect of what's happening in the summer. Like I feel like summer has always, in the car dealership, we say it's kind of busy, right? But that's really where more people are going on vacation and doing stuff. And so it's really getting people to think, well, maybe I should slow down and do this before.
Absolutely.
And so we're busier than what we are normally are, I feel, just because people are making the decision just because it makes sense financially.
Sure. And that's kind of, and this is where, for families, when you're kind of established, you have your house, your kids, you're doing your thing. When it comes to buying things, need is always is a priority here. But sometimes when it comes to a purchase like a car or a house, you do it. You're like, well, we don't need it, but the timing's right. And so it's kind of like when you buy like for a truck or something, you're kind of like thinking, all right, well, I know here in the next 6 months we're talking about getting a new truck, but right now, the price of this vehicle is not going to be the same that it is 6 months from now. Like if you're looking for a Gladiator, but you're thinking I was going to look in the fall, you can, but I've got to be honest, you're going to probably pay a few $1,000s more in the fall than you are right now. So if the things don't, and if you've been thinking about maybe 6 months from now doing this, maybe you want to push up that thing and take a look now because the savings are big enough where it's worth for you to pull the trigger a little earlier on that.
Exactly. I don't know if you're like me, but how many times I've bought something just because I'm like, wow, well, that's a bargain.
Sure, absolutely.
And really, that's kind of what I'm saying now.
Right.
Like, if you wanted me to tell you what the bargains are, let me tell you about them. Like,
absolutely.
Even at our GM store where my desk is at, employee pricing on GMC half tons, like, we haven't had that in years. It's the same price I get to pay for a car. The manufacturers get
not since COVID. Absolutely, yeah.
Since pre-COVID.
Yeah, I mean before COVID.
And then they'll stack that on top of 0% for 36 months. And so like, there's never been a better time to buy when you get at employee pricing and 0%. So,
sure.
Like, why not take advantage, especially if it's speeding something up?
Absolutely.
A lot of business owners wait to do that stuff until the end of the year, But right now, you may need to start talking to your accountants to decide, hey, maybe I should do something now because it's a bargain.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course, with July here, it's fiscal year, start new thing. But this is fleet stuff, all that stuff. And of course, it is that summertime. So if you're looking for good pre-owned vehicles and all that too, either store probably has a great selection of those because I'm going to guess, too, is when you get these new Jeeps Gladiators, there's a lot of trade-ins, so there's probably, when you get these deals, that also kind of fills up the pre-owned lot a little bit, too.
And it's crazy. It's funny that you even mentioned that.
Yeah.
Some of the things at the beginning of the summer that we sold the most of was full-size SUVs, people going on their summer trip.
Sure.
Which has brought us in some of our biggest inventory of used full-size SUVs that we've had in a long time, because so many people came in and bought that at the beginning of the summer. And so our the stuff that we have on our used car lot at both stores is a lot of stuff that ultimately you don't get to see a whole lot of,
right?
Because people have decided to do a purchase now than because of
late model cars that people would have held on for a couple more years, as opposed to, which make perfect cars to send your kids to college in, and those things that are still late model, probably under factory warranty still in some cases, but you're not paying sticker shock for a brand new vehicle for your child. That we all know. First cars for kids or college kids, they're going to dog that car. That's just what they do.
and really, college kids, we get more of them buying the new Traxxas and Trailblazers, because those are entry level, $25,000, and also right now have 0% interest on them. And so, like,
plus they're good for moving dorms and everything else, because you can load a bunch of stuff in the back.
And because of OnStar, you get to kind of track and see what your child's doing.
Sure, parents like it because they can kind of especially if they're traveling long distances to college, they can keep tabs and keep safe. Yeah, and so whatever you're looking for right now, whether I'm ready to upgrade to that new midsize truck, or if I'm looking for something for or if you're just saying you take advantage, it's like, hey, yeah, I can't afford a brand new SUV, but I got a big family. I can go get one of these pre-owned ones, and that is reliable, great, late model, still under factory warranty in some cases, and I'm not paying 3 times the price I would have paid if it was brand new for it. So it's a lot of good. It's just this is where you got to talk to Freddie and his guys and let them sit there, because you tell them your situation, they're going to find a way to help you in that situation. That's kind of what your guys do. Every time you walk in, you explain to them, look, I'm trying to do this for this, and they'll sit down and move heaven and earth to try to
help figure it out.
Figure that out for you. So.
Yeah, we have a redesign in the new truck coming in 2027.
Okay.
So, bigger engines, and so and they've mass produced so much, especially these half tons in 2026. So our lot right now is not necessarily full yet, but we have lots of stuff coming in that's going to be those bargains over the next few months. And
the car washers are busy because they got a lot of cars to keep.
Yeah, I'm excited because it's like every day there's another trailer full of 7 or 8 cars showing up on the lot, and on a good day we get 3 of those trailers full.
Absolutely.
And so wow, well, now we got to find more room or sell them, and that's really our directive.
Sure.
We're not trying to make a ton of money. What we're trying to do is move inventory as fast as possible.
Sure.
And so the fact that we're getting so much inventory and then having some of our better months is great. We get to concentrate on selling more used cars because our new car business is so good.
Sure. Yeah. It really, for you guys, it's an ebb and flow, and but this is kind of that creamy middle season where the new stuff's starting to roll in, and so for you as a customer, it's kind of a great time to do some shopping and doing some looking at some either a brand new or pre-owned vehicle, regardless of what you're looking for. Your selection's going to be pretty good right now, just because that's the way the models are coming out, the way the incentives are right now, especially if you're looking for a mid-sized truck or a full-size SUV. Probably the cheapest time of the year to buy one of those is going to be right now.
Yeah, and I encourage people to come in and just talk to the guys. Also, drive some of the stuff you're unfamiliar with.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, $60,000 and $70,000 trucks has been kind of the new norm. And then on both the Chevy and GMC side, they've, because of that 2.7 liter turbo engine that came out, it's made it an affordable half-ton truck. So after rebates and stuff, you're getting in the 40s on a full-size truck.
Yeah.
And that, again, how often do you get to see something like that?
I did, but that's not often.
Yeah.
That was the reason I got my Jeep, was that I literally got it thousands below what the Blue Book was on that thing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So,
and I'm excited to see the people who come and take advantage of it now, because even when you bought, it wasn't that you were necessarily in the market, but it's just, hey.
I was literally one of those things, and to be honest, I think I talked to you. I said, look, I'm thinking maybe in the fall, something about, trading in the Jeep and all that. And you look and said, look, I got some Gladiators right now. Check these out. And he knew me.
Yeah. I was working one day at the Dodge store, and I sent him a text when I'm there because of the incentives very similar that we have right now. And I was like, wow, doesn't that look like a bargain? And the next text I got back, are you going to be there this afternoon? But that's really kind of how, and especially when you have friends, that's my favorite part about being in the business is yes, I get to sell cars, but when hey, look what I just got.
Sure.
And you get access to see what a deal is. Because not a whole lot of people are just staring at websites all day looking at bargains.
Yeah.
So when you know someone there, and then you get
kind of know what
they're like, hey, I got the inside scoop on this.
And this is at the end of the day what that's the business model. This is how, before COVID, as long as Richland's been Richland, this is how they've rolled as far as, how they got through COVID. It is that family. You ride for the brand. That's not all just talk. That's how they live. They live, you once you're part of the team, you're part of that, and we want to look out for you. And so when it's time to get your vehicle serviced or whatever it is, that's why they send you the reminders and talk to you and say, hey, you got this vehicle, you got these oil changes, come in and get one, and that's and the same kind of deal. Like when you get a friendly, I'd say personal, but just a friendly relationship with your sales folks and things like that, and they get to know you as people. And like you said, like when I bought my first Jeep, Malcolm now he's over at the GM store, but he was a guy that kind of held me through that process. And so Freddie, and so I've kind of, it's. And people are like, well, you work on the radio, your buddies. Yes, but they treat everyone else the exact same way, is what I'm telling you. Yeah, what I'm getting is not special treatment. What I'm getting is what you get when you walk in there too.
Yeah, I think people get such anxiety when it comes to walking into car dealerships, and I just tell everyone, well, just come down. Yeah. There's a different way to buy a car. And that's what we're excited to do. We get excited about showing people. And everything doesn't have to be so high pressure and in your face.
Absolutely.
It's just about having a discussion.
Sure.
I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if we can step up and be able to help you, that's what we want to do.
Absolutely.
But speaking of Malcolm, full circle moment. Starting in July, he just moved back to Dodge.
Oh, he's going back to the Dodge store. Okay.
So at the beginning of July, he started back. He's one of our managers out at the Dodge store.
Good for him.
And so full circle moment, started there 11 years ago.
Yeah, he was pretty new when I bought my first Jeep there back about 8-10 years ago or so.
And he's been with us just over 10 years now. And so a full circle moment, and that's kind of how my career started. I started at the Chevy store, ended up back at the Chevy store, went to Dodge. When you get to go back to kind of where you started, I'm excited to see what he's going to do going back home.
Absolutely.
And I like one of the things that we talked about, rebranding that Dodge Boys name that for years was such a big deal that I felt like in the community on the radio. And he's one of the original Dodge Boys.
He's one of the Dodge Boys, absolutely.
And so seeing what he does with that message.
Sure.
And so I'm excited to see what we have in store for him.
Absolutely.
Being over there now.
Yeah, excited to him to go back there, and I'm sure he's happy for, it's great to just see his progress into the company. And that's, again, this goes back to what I talked about before, where, it's the family atmosphere. And let's face it, the car business is a cutthroat business, and you have a lot of interesting personalities in it, and a lot of stuff, and a lot of jumpers, and a guy that sells cars. It's not uncommon to see them at every car dealership in town at some point. That's just the business.
And where we're at, we have so much time and seniority there. It's
exactly where Richland's kind of the opposite of that, where you get a guy like Malcolm, and Malcolm's just one of many stories of a guy that literally started there at entry level, some even below that, washing cars and just literally, and now they're part of a sales team or part of the management team. That's just, you can almost take every department. There's 3 or 4 people that fall into those kind of categories at Richland.
It's always cool at our Christmas party we have every year.
Yeah.
At one point, Travis will ask people to stand up. Everyone stand up. If you've been here over 5 years, if you've been here over 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and up to the amount of people that are still standing at 20 plus years is uncanny.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's and to me that speaks volumes. If people are willing to, in an industry that's very volatile and people move on a constant basis, to have that much longevity, that translates to everything they do, from how they treat their employees to how they treat their customers. And so that's what I'm saying when you come buy a car here. And I know we're trying to urge you in because of some great deals right now. But if you need a car, I just say, come talk to the folks at Richland. If you're a Jeep guy or a Dodge guy, then head on down to the Dodge store. If you're into the Chevys or Buicks or whatever, come on down to the GMC store here. But
usually you'll only need one shot. That's why I always tell people that've never done business with, just give us a shot.
Sure.
And we'll show you enough reasons for you never to go anywhere else.
If you need a vehicle, they can help you get a vehicle. And that's what and I know Freddie and your team that and you've kind of pride in, like, look, we work closely with our financial partners and everybody else, we know what we can get you into. And so if we look at your numbers and tell you we can get you in, we're going to get you in. And I know you guys fight tooth and nail, even for folks that think they're not going to qualify. You guys do pull some pretty rabbits out of hats all the time when it does happen.
We were just talking about this yesterday. Not the greatest credit, just people trying to I just need a car kind of mentality. And I mean, we have programs now. I mean, I'm getting people on the new 2026 Trailblazers that really didn't think they could buy, approved on brand new cars at decent rates because the manufacturer's wanting to get that stuff on the road. And so they'll help them out with a lower interest rate than normally what you'd qualify for.
And then if you stay on your payments, that's going to fix your credit real quick.
Yeah, you're with an established bank that is also the bank that does the 0%. And so, I mean, 2 or 3 cars later, all of a sudden your circumstances have changed in the matter of 5 to 10 years.
Your 500 credit score goes to 700 real quick.
Yeah, it's so many of those stories that I've had over the years where I said, trust me, let's do this now and then see what happens later.
Yeah.
And now these people are buying exactly what they want when they want. And it's just about making the right decision.
You go from taking what you can get to being in the driver's seat and, wait a minute, I can pick leather seats over on, or I want to go. Yeah. You can do all the bells and whistles and all that. So, but that being said, if you are in the market for a mid-size pickup right now or a full-size SUV, the GM and Dodge stores got some incredible incentives right now, like those Gladiators and those Ram mid-size pickups, and especially on some of those Equinox and all that. You can really save some thousands of dollars right now on those. So if you're kind of been thinking about it and been like, well, maybe we'll wait till August. No, come on down now, because you wait till a month from now, these numbers will not be around anymore. So they'll go back to. Because, and again, it's all about supply and demand. That's why these numbers come in. And as like you said, when we were kind of talking earlier about the model years, the new things coming in and out, and that's a legit thing. Once the new stuff comes out and that demand's there, instantly the new stuff on the lot isn't so new anymore. And so it's got to be priced that way. And so that's the best time to take advantage of those things. Sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's crazy how circumstances have changed.
Yeah.
Because in the middle of COVID, we had no inventory, and things were the most expensive as it was. Is what kind of even gave more people a bad taste about the car dealerships.
Sure.
So many people raised their prices over sticker and all that stuff, something that we made a stance with at the very beginning we weren't going to do. And now there's a surplus of inventory. Right. And so not only are the dealership in us and the manufacturer. So if you look at both of our websites, everything's already heavily discounted on top of what the manufacturer is already doing.
Nice.
Right. And it's just because we're in the business of not only our Roswell community being able to buy cars,
absolutely,
but seeing how many people and how far people will come just to get a good deal. And it kind of blows you away when you see people from California and Florida, when for years we heard, I'll just go to Albuquerque and get a better deal. I mean, I can show you on a Saturday how many people we sell from out of town that aren't even local people. It's
That's
just
great.
Because they're running in to take advantage.
Well, again, and that goes back to the customers and how you treat them and how you run your business. And when people have options to buy the exact same vehicle, in their neighborhood, but choose to go states over to do that again speaks volumes to your company and what you guys provide your customers. So you are blessed enough to have them not having to travel states. They're 2 locations right in your backyard.
and one of the things that's, we don't charge for delivery. So we have people from Dallas that buy from us regularly that don't get charged because we have more of an interest in keeping their business than charging them an extra $500 to deliver.
Yeah.
And so we've employed one guy that's all his job is to hook cars up onto our trailer and deliver them to our customers.
Nice. I guess he likes to be on the road.
He loves it. He loves it.
You'd have to be. Yeah. That'd be fun for a minute, but after a while, I think I'd get tired of it. But again, come down to Richland. Go to the Richland websites. You can type. I just type in Richland Dodge or Richland GM, and it pops up either one. But it's like Richland.
RLChevrolet.com.
That's it.
RichlandGMC.net.
There it is.
And then Richland CDJR.
There it is. And if you don't remember any of that, just type in Richland Dodge GM and their websites will pop right up. That way, if you want to kind of see the lot, the inventory right through there, and then you can call up or actually through the website, you can check in right in with the folks right there. They can set up a thing to talk a little bit more about a vehicle and then set up a time for you to come see it or come bring it to you.
Or get some sun on you and just come visit us.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather's nice. I mean, we love just having people show up and give us an opportunity.
You know what? The air conditioning works great in these new vehicles. A day like 102 would be a good day to show you how well they work.
And remote start is such a great feature. So.
It is. It is pretty cool. I'm not gonna admit the Gladiator I got now has way more bells and whistles than the G, because I kind of wanted bare bones my first one, and it's manual. Now this one kind of has a dummy light for everything.
Got you some creature comforts.
It's nice to a point.
Yeah.
But I do like I'm, and this is all new cars. They got to get rid of that stupid. I know we've talked about it before.
Auto stop.
Oh my gosh, whoever designed that needs to be fired. That was just a bad idea. I hope those are going away, aren't they?
We'll see. I haven't heard.
I thought I heard like somebody said, this wasn't the thing we thought it was going to be. So, but anyway, I can't help that. Nobody else can help it. That's the law, and that they're in all cars now. So, but again, folks, if any questions, come on down. Just come on down to the dealership. They'll, they that's the thing. And even if you can't work within their normal hours, call them. They'll set up times to meet you or come and work on your schedule. That's exactly what Richland folks do. And please don't forget, if you own a car that you bought at Richland, don't forget you're part of the brand. If you need service on that vehicle, if you need a loaner or because of whatever, guess what? That's all part of you being a member of the family now and being part of the brand. So take advantage of that stuff. So, they'll be happy to help you do that and set up service. Or, I know Jeep guys like a lot of, you start customizing things like that. There's discounts and advantages going through your brand champion program that'll help you do some of that upgrades and stuff and through service and all that. Talk to them. It's all you're in the team. You're in the club now. You bought the car. You get. This is all part of the deal here. So,
and if you have an idea of something you want your new car to be, talk to us about it, because that's what we do. One of our favorite thing is to take a Jeep and be a part of helping you make it exactly what it is that you want, and that's what we do regularly.
Absolutely, making fun, making it. Making the ownership experience a good one. That's, you want to look fondly. Because how many people I remember that old car. I love that old car. That's what they're creating those memories for you, too. Because, life being what life is, sometimes you can't own one thing for the whole life here. But, while you got it, want to make the best of it.
No, but it's fun when they're attached to you even after you own them. Like, I still have people talk to me about, I remember when you had that lime green lifted Ram.
Yeah.
And
I remember that one.
And it was a long time. It was like 4 cars ago.
Yeah.
And so, but like when you get to do stuff like that, and it's always going to be attached to you because it was what you did. So.
Yeah, Freddie could not commit no crimes during that time he owned that truck, because he would have been spotted.
I was heavily seen. I was a rolling highlighter.
He would have been outed quick.
Yeah.
Freddie, is there anything we didn't cover that we wanted to cover?
No. Register online right now.
Yes.
We have a summer giveaway right now where we're giving away a grill and a cooler.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it was this way for you, but I feel like the summer's already blowing by as fast as possible.
I know. Once 4th hits, it's like all downhill from there.
Yeah.
It seems like.
And so we got one more summer giveaway. Once you get online, have any of our websites or on Facebook, register for that. And there's no purchase necessary.
They fit nice in the back of a pickup.
Yeah, exactly. and then just come visit us at both stores.
Absolutely.
Our Chrysler Dodge stores on Southeast Main, right at the Y, and then we're on the corner of Sycamore and 2nd Street.
Like if you're, this is me personally, you telling you, I bought many vehicles through Richland, and every time it's been a great experience. It's a great opportunity. I mean, the vehicle in and of itself is great. But that being said, the service, the work after the sale, the relationship is why I'm going to continue to buy. And it's going to be Jeeps, because that's what I'm going to own until I die. You're going to have to bury me in a Jeep. That's just whether it's a Gladiator or a Wrangler. I think I'm going to go buy a Wrangler next time. Just
go back and forth.
Yeah, but that's what I'm going to do. But that's and they're going to be from Richmond, and that's just because of, and it has nothing to do with I'm friends with Freddie. It's just the fact that I legit have had a great experience every single time I've had interactions with Richland. So whether it's service, whether it's a new vehicle, whatever it is.
My favorite thing is you don't need me there to have that same great experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so for the fact that
I've had a few batteries and things replaced that Freddie don't know about. I just roll
exactly.
over there.
You know what I'm saying? And so for the fact that you don't have to deal with me to still get the same type of service is just an effort to what these guys really try to do every day.
Absolutely. So, Freddie, as always, appreciate the visit.
Yes,
and
sir.
We'll see you next time here. And stay cool this week. I don't know. You are kind of the boss. You don't have to go walk the lots too much if you don't want to, right?
No. I got a fan sitting right under my desk. So I mean, it's
good to be the boss. Just saying. But seriously, if you're looking for a brand new pre-owned, it doesn't matter. But particularly if you're looking for a mid-size pickup or SUV, a full-size SUV right now, either store they got a great selection for you. So. Good
Perfect.
deal.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Freddie, as always, and we'll see you next time here. And stay cool, dry, and whatever else is coming up next. Watch out for exploding diarrhea bugs and the wormhole things, too. Whatever else is coming at us. It's worse in the 80s, man. We had to worry about acid rain, quicksand, vampire bats. It's like a whole new thing now. This is crazy.
Scare tactics. That's all it is.
It is true. And anyone died from quicksand, and if you did, it's kind of your own fault.
Yeah.
8:51, we're going to pause for news and a quick break. Don't go away.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. A former Olympic canoe racer has pleaded not guilty to deliberately damaging the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. David Hearn, who competed in 3 Summer Olympics, entered the plea in D.C. Superior Court. The 67-year-old Hearn from Bethesda, Maryland, faces a felony count of property destruction. President Trump declared the interim memorandum of understanding with Iran is over, and the U.S. carried out fresh strikes on Iranian targets. The U.S. said the strikes were intended to further degrade Iran's ability to threaten freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. A massive heat dome building over the western U.S. this week before expanding toward the north central this weekend. As the dome ages and shifts, the door will open for thunderstorms to erupt over the deserts. This is SRN News.
Now, time for another Otis Advisory.
You know, it's fun to tease artificial intelligence by making it talk about things that can't be explained, like Texas hockey, or all-electric NASCAR, or how it is that Hunter is still married. Or you could ask about the part where you put Susie on the bus to school and she comes home Buck Owens. This stuff falls right off the bone here. You could go on with this all day. There's hours of fun teasing AI with questions it doesn't like. The correct people built this artificial love child, so no wonder it doesn't want to hear anything your kind has to say. That's why you're gonna need to trick it. So we ask Lil Whiskers. Lil Whiskers.
Yeah?
How about you ask the artificial intelligence lady, if a girl becomes a boy and goes out and gets pregnant, does she then become her own grandpa?
Uncle Otis, I'm not doing anything until I get out of these wet shoes.
Okay then. Well, we did hear about some of those white wing guys that almost broke the internet while asking the AI to explain what it is about making America great that is so damn scary and can't be allowed. Hell, smoke started coming out of the socket watching the ghost bride of Bill Gates, except this one's been in a boating accident, get twisted around its own axle trying to make up an answer to that. Didn't go well. This your Ace in the Hole, Uncle Otis, and I'll see you at the Peace March.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. No big changes to the hot and dry pattern. We'll be at about 102 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine and a little bit breezy. Overnight, low 70s and a few clouds. We're between 100 and 105 and sunny on Friday, right around 100 and sunshine on Saturday. Sunday, we do have a very slim chance of a late day shower with mid-90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning, I'm John Terrett. Well, the minutes of the last Federal Reserve meeting were released yesterday, and they showed members of the FOMC committee split deeply on the future path of U.S. inflation and therefore what to do about it, cut or raise. Stocks were barely changed on that news, but they were affected by what President Trump said at NATO, that he doesn't think the Iran war will start again, but also saying the ceasefire is over and calling Iran's leaders scum, who want to make a deal but don't know how to. Well, the markets were all over the place, really, in the red for most of the day, but the Nasdaq popped into the green in the last couple of hours of trading, and you know what? It finished in the green by 1/5% when all was said and done. Dow and S&P in the red, oil up 3 to 5%, and there was even some buying at the SOX index in Philadelphia, which was up by about 2%. Nvidia, for example, was up a fairly healthy 4%. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund is warning the global economy will slow down this year to 3%, though it does see a rebound in 2027. And the agricultural equipment maker John Deere is offering its UAW workforce a new 2-year contract extension. John Deere down 1 to 2%. Later today, the data comes from the weekly jobless numbers and existing home sales. With business, I'm John Terrett.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Check out some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select bags of Craven Flavor French fries or tater treats are 2 for $5, and select gallons of Craven Flavor Rainbow Sherbet or ice cream are $5.98 each. In produce, juicy black or red plums are $1.99 a pound, and select heats of New Mexico green chili are 99 cents a pound. In the meat department, boneless, skinless chicken thighs are $2.19 a pound, and whole boneless pork loins are $1.99 a pound. These are just some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Usually when you hear the comment that someone is aging gracefully, they're speaking about a person's physical appearance. Although that's a nice compliment, I'd rather age gracefully in my spiritual life. I want to come to the end of my life and know that even though I wasn't perfect, I'm confident that God's saving grace covers me and that I'm ready to go on to my eternal life with Him. Because of that saving grace, I want to have lived my life serving Him and serving others to the best of my ability. We have physical and mental challenges as we age, but that doesn't stop us from serving Him or serving others. It may change how we serve, but it doesn't stop us from serving. We don't ever retire from our Christian life. It's never too late to start living the life God calls you to. It's never too late to accept the saving grace that God offers to all, no matter your age, no matter your abilities. Come join us as we learn how to better know Jesus and to make Jesus known.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Before you head back to class, head for Roswell Honda for the Back to School Bash. Saturday, July 18th from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda. With free hot dogs and Pepsi products, snow cones, face painting, and great local booths and sponsors, including Dunes Brews, Tacos Pita, Sweetly Loved, Letty's Creations, and more. And register now for your chance to win a Back to School bundle, either a laptop, desk, and chair, or a Back to School basket loaded with supplies. And ask how to sign up for free school supplies. The Back to School Bash, Saturday, July 18th from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. We're closing in on 8:59. Got about a minute here before we get sent off for news. Stay tuned next hour, about 9:15 or so. We're going to have Crystal Noble join us wearing her Roswell Humane Society hat, giving us an update on pets that are currently looking for adoption, as well as deals, things they've got going on at thrift store, any needs they have at the moment. They're always, I can tell you this, if you want to donate to the Humane Society, if you got cheapo kitty litter and like pedigree dog food without the red dye 5 and any of that stuff, they can always constantly need that stuff. So, but don't buy the highfalutin kitty litter. Get the cheapo stuff because they don't need all that expensive stuff. But we'll talk with them next hour about that. There was something else I was going to mention, too. I guess I'll have to do that next hour. This went right out of my head here. But anyway, yeah. Let's do this. It is closing on 9 o'clock. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away.
The great one, Mark Levin, is now in Roswell on 106.5 KEND Roswell.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm John Scott. U.S. launching new airstrikes against Iran, and Iran responded by targeting Gulf countries. The strikes came hours after President Trump said recent Iranian attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz signaled the end of the ceasefire. A former Olympic canoe racer pleading not guilty to deliberately damaging the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. David Hearn from Bethesda, Maryland, faces a felony count of property destruction. Prosecutors working to show they have enough evidence to try Tyler Robinson in the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk's widow and parents were back in court in Utah on Wednesday as investigators testified in the week-long preliminary hearing for the man accused of killing him. I was in the courtroom as an agent with the Utah State Bureau of Investigation described the night that defendant Tyler Robinson showed up with his parents at the Washington County Sheriff's Office to turn himself in. He has not entered a plea. Next in the case, we expect to hear parts of an interview with Robinson's roommate and romantic partner, Lance Twiggs. Prosecutors say they also plan to introduce as evidence an alleged confession note that Robinson left for Twigg. Outside the courthouse in Provo, Utah, I'm Hannah Schoenbaum.
The United States heat wave posing serious risk, especially for vulnerable populations, such as the elderly, children, and outdoor workers. The heat dome affecting some specialty farmers who produce crops like fruits and vegetables.
Annie Woods, a vegetable and herb farmer in Kentucky who harvests by hand, has moved her work to the early morning and late evening to avoid the hottest parts of the day. The extreme heat has also shortened the harvest window for some farmers of certain fruits like raspberries. Specialty crop farmers often plant a wide diversity of crops to offset potential losses from extreme weather. Keith Peters reporting.
More on these stories from townhall.com.
Are you tired of feeling lousy? Maybe you had a scare at your last checkup or just walking hurts? When enough is enough, call PhD Weight Loss. When I had enough 4 years and 53 pounds ago, I knew I couldn't do it alone. I'm Mike Gallagher for PhD Weight Loss. Best phone call I ever made. They were right with me. They still are today. Right now, mention Mike. You'll get 2 free weeks added to the program, and they'll pay for the cost of your food. $1,500 value. Call 864-644-1900, 864-644-1900, or visit myphdweightloss.com.
Maybe this is you too. There is enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It's amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven. And yeah, you could save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Here's the number. They're easy to talk to. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE.
The International Monetary Fund has modestly downgraded its outlook for the world economy this year, citing the energy shock caused by the Iran war.
Fallout from the conflict is being tempered somewhat by booming investment in AI and other tech. The IMF now expects the global economy to expand by a sluggish 3% this year, down from 3.5% last year and from the 3.1% forecast issued back in April. The war pushed up energy prices, squeezing business and consumers. The IMF now expects oil prices to be up nearly 32% this year. Rich Thomason reporting.
New suspected Ebola cases reported in previously unaffected parts of Congo. The death toll in this latest outbreak has reached 600 now. The outbreak, declared on May 15, is caused by the Bundibugyo virus, which has no approved vaccine or treatment. News at townhall.com. Here's a look at action on the court at Wimbledon.
In Wimbledon, Taylor Fritz in the quarterfinals lost to Alexander Zverev, 6-4, 6-4, 6-2. Number 6 seed Fritz says things just didn't go his way.
I don't really know what to say. I felt like three games in the match. I mean, he was already up a break, but 3 games in the match, I just started feeling my knee, and I think I could have played a lot better through the issue.
I'm Donna Warder, AP Sports.
The NCAA Division I cabinet approved changes to the college football calendar. Starting in fall 2027, teams can schedule up to 12 regular season games over 14 weeks, ending after Thanksgiving. Additionally, the FBS and FCS Oversight Committee proposed shortening the January transfer portal window from 15 to 10 days. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. I think Sean's busy. Welcome. Oh, there he is. Welcome to hour number 3.
Crazy Mirrors.
I didn't think you were going to make it. I thought he was going to be busy. Oh, look at that. He was busy doing his day job in there.
Yeah. We try to be in several places at once. It's fine.
You got the clock on? Is that what it is? The Harry Potter clock that's going on there?
The time turner?
Yes. By the way, I know that in December, like HBO is doing like a TV series of the Harry Potter, right? Like they're just rebooting it into a TV series,
I think
basically.
They've already done maybe one season. Or...
I think it all premieres in December. Okay. I don't think they've aired anything yet.
Gotcha.
Like they've been promoting it for about 6 months.
Because they've been talking about it for a while.
But I think December is when it actually comes out on HBO Max or whatever, on HBO.
By the way, I don't know if you caught the news, but it was, I think last week, they said that Burroughs was not picked up for a second season.
Huh.
I know. Apparently the Duffers are shopping it around to other players.
Okay. Well, and to be honest, I haven't finished that first season yet. I started getting on the Bear, and Kim's watching the Bear, and so we haven't been watching the Burrow. By the way, we're in the 3rd season of the Bear now.
Nice.
I've almost got her into the 5th season. You ever watch the Bear? Good show. Good. It's on Hulu originally, or FX actually, but it's the 5th season. The last season is now on Hulu. They're airing it on FX as we speak, and it's a cooking show. Basically, it's a family. The show's about a family, Italian, and the kids. The guy that's from Shameless is a dude that is a chef, and so it's like their whole family. It's a good show.
It's not a cooking show. Like, okay.
It is a cooking show, though. I mean, it's as much as it's not like a learn to cook show.
Yeah,
it's a drama about cooking.
From everybody I've talked to that's worked in a kitchen or worked in a restaurant, they said this is the most accurate portrayal of the anxiety of what it's like to work at or own a restaurant.
But more so, it's even a family, because it's an Italian family in Chicago, and they're all kind of mentally just off a little bit, you know what I mean? And so, I also think it shows a good portrayal of what it takes for an artist type to be successful financially.
Yep.
And because like what makes him awful at every other aspect of life makes him really good at cooking, if that makes sense.
No, he's got that focus that
he can't handle a relationship. He can't. Now, part of that's because his mom is a soup sandwich and everything else too. But that's the guy's such a neurotic mess. But his attention to detail and cooking, and it's almost on the spectrum, like if that makes sense. But anyway, it's a good show, and it's pretty. And you actually care about the characters, and that's what it is. I mean, I could at the end of the day, I have no interest in watching. It's not my bag. But I like the characters. I like the storyline, and it makes you, you're like, you root for the people. So it's kind of fun to watch. So anyway, it's called The Bear. So next time you and John look for something to watch, it's a good one. I recommend it. So I got my wife into it, which is hard to do. Yeah, I think a new season's coming out here like in August or something. November, that's when it is. I knew it was coming out soon. So that's a good one too. But anyway, he had to go work. I bored him out of here. I wasn't even talking about Civil War. Usually that's what gets him. But anyway, let's see. But it's a good show. I would recommend it. That one I've been liking. So, and then me personally, not with Kim, I've started watching Halo. Really? Yeah, I knew it was an Amazon Prime thing, and I never watched it then. And I got to turn your mic on if I'm going to have to talk to you, I guess. But I kind of got into it. Now it's all right. I'm going to finish it because there's only 2 seasons, but I think it got canceled on Prime and Netflix picked it up. So now it's on Netflix. So I'm thinking Netflix is going to do a new season of it at some point.
Did you watch Fallout?
I did.
Okay.
And that's why I started watching Halo.
Okay.
Fallout is way better.
Okay.
I will say that. But Halo is not interesting. Okay.
I enjoyed
I
season 1 of Fallout versus season 2. I didn't enjoy season 2 as much as season 1.
Are they into 3 now?
They're going into 3.
Okay, I can remember. I know I've seen them all, but I can remember if they had 3 seasons out or 2 seasons.
2 right now.
Okay.
The 3rd is to come.
Yeah, but I dig that show. I kind of like I like Walton Goggins' characters. He's gives you good characters. So, but anyway, yes, that's the reason why I started watching Halo. I'm like, well, I'm not usually watching video game shows, but if it's like Fallout, then I might dig this, and it is good. It is not as good as Fallout, in my opinion. Like the story is not as interesting to me, but it's a little. But I will tell you this: it does a way better job of I don't know who good guys are or bad guys are on that show. Like 1 minute you think they're the good guy, and then you don't, because it's kind of a mental health thing too. The main character is this Master Chief guy, and that's the guy you play in the game as, and he's basically built to be this guy. He was you find out in the storyline that he was kidnapped from his family as 6 years old and cloned, so his family thinks he doesn't exist. He thinks he's, and so he's literally this soldier, and it's part of the Spartan program where they're all these elite soldiers and all that.
Sparta.
Yeah, but it's pretty good, but it's not as good as Fallout.
Okay, so Halo.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
There, Halo.
Let's do this. It is 12 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's get the hour going with the weather and all that, and then we'll officially talk to Crystal about cats and dogs and what have you from the Humane Society here.
We got the video game talk.
We'll get to that. So it is 12 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. No big changes to the hot and dry pattern. We'll be at about 102 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine and a little bit breezy. Overnight, low 70s and a few clouds. We're between 100 and 105 and sunny on Friday, right around 100 and sunshine on Saturday. Sunday, we do have a very slim chance of a late day shower with mid-90s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 77 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 52% with winds out of the south at 13 miles per hour. If you like the hot, you got it. Sunny and hot, 102 for our high today. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Just for fun, they've thrown in a 20% chance of showers tonight, mainly before 9 p.m. Partly cloudy with an overnight low of 73. South winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, sunny and hot with a high of 103. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny and hot with a high near 100. Winds out of the southeast at around 10 miles per hour. And then Saturday night, we're looking at decent rain chances. 50% chance of rain. Showers and thunderstorms Saturday night, mostly cloudy. Overnight low of 69. Sunday, we're looking at a 20% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny. 95 for a high, which is going to probably feel better than 102. Of course, with the humidity, it may not matter. But anyway, then we're back at a 50% chance at showers and thunderstorms Sunday night. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 67. Then when you start next week, 20% chance of rain Monday. Sunny with a high of 92. 20% Tuesday with a high of 93. So we'll see. Maybe get a little rain there. All right, it is 9:14. Let's take a 2.5 minute break, and then Crystal Noble with the Humane Society will join us on the other side. Don't go away.
Spring is here, and Fulkerson has a few spring HVAC tips to help you get ready. Check for uneven temperatures from room to room. Replace your filter and pay attention to sounds that your unit makes. A professional spring checkup helps catch these issues early. And with the Right Fit membership from Fulkerson, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual maintenance and a reduced dispatch fee, even in the middle of the night. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
First American Bank proudly supports agriculture, FFA, and 4-H programs across Eddy and Chaves counties. We're honored to make possible the video streaming of livestock shows at the upcoming Eddy County Fair and Chaves County Fair. These events highlight the talent and dedication of our local youth. Show your support by attending the fairs and cheering on the next generation of agricultural leaders. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
My dad loves his car. When we go out for a drive, I always have to be buckled in the back seat. My dad says I have to be safe, but then sometimes he won't wear his seatbelt. He thinks it's okay, but then we got hit by another car. And Dad, he got really hurt. No, we don't go out for a drive anymore.
Click It or Ticket, brought to you by NMDOT.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-358-9218. 800-358-9218. 800-358-9218.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world? Your birthday isn't feeling so special now, is it? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 17 minutes after 9 o'clock, and now officially joining us in studio, Crystal Noble with the Roswell Humane Society. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. Looking forward to the heat, but I'm good.
Yeah, the hot, and of course, at the Humane Society, they have the swamp coolers in there, and they do a pretty good job of keeping it relatively cool. But things are warmer in there, and just like any other time when it's warm and you're in a room full of people, tensions get a little warmer, people get a little shorter. Animals aren't any different.
Nope. They're like, don't talk to me today.
So please, if you do go visit, please take note that they might be a little uncomfortable today and not in their normal chippy selves.
Right. And even with refrigerated air, sometimes when it's really humid, it just doesn't seem to do much.
Yeah. It's. And that being said, obviously, walking the dogs and stuff, we're strictly AM hour stuff. By even like 10, 11, we're getting to a point where it's getting too hot to do that right now.
Yeah, our dog walkers have been telling us, because they come right about 8 when we get there. And about 9:30, 10 o'clock, they're saying it's already way too hot.
Yeah, it's just getting there. So maybe some of this rain this weekend will
time of the
change
year
that a little bit, yeah.
But we have littler dogs that, enjoy going to the park as well, but are easier to put into one of the...
You can carry him to the park and put him in the grass and let him run around. Yeah. It's a little hard to do that with a 100-pound dog.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
We do have, our meet and greet area. So if you got time in the afternoon and you want to come hang out with the dog or something, we could put a smaller dog in there or one that's not so ready to go outside.
Sure. And even so, with some of the bigger ones, maybe take them into the meet and greet room and let them roll around the floor with you a little bit. Let them expel.
You might not fit on the floor, but they will.
Yeah, expel some energy or whatever.
And then we have, cats. Anybody wants to come hang out with cats, visit with cats, play with cats.
Yeah.
Could do. That's an any time of the day thing.
Yeah, cats are indoors, and please note, when you adopt from the Humane Society, all cats are indoor cats, and the dogs, and regardless, every single pet that leaves will be spayed and or neutered, and depending on their sex, obviously, and will be microchipped. That's just the city ordinance, and regardless of where you live, the Humane Society is under the ordinances and rules of the city of Roswell. Therefore, they must abide by those. So, even if you live out in the county and don't have to get them chipped, you do if you adopt from here. Now, and the same thing with the cats here. The only reason we don't, because, well, you live in Roswell. You live in neighborhoods. Your neighborhood's probably full of cats that just wander aimlessly around in the evenings and all the time, too. If you're like my neighborhood, that does happen. And so the reason for that is because people don't take care of their cats.
No, or dogs.
Yeah.
We went somewhere last night, me and my sister, and I was driving because she just doesn't like to drive. And so she's like, there's a bad cat problem here. And I started laughing. I was like, is this the first you've noticed? Right. And she's like, well, I'm normally not out at this time of the night. And I was like, oh, true.
And it's every neighborhood. Like, I live in a nice little area, but I'm telling you, I can't drive through without seeing cats peeking out of the bushes or sitting on someone's fence or something,
Yeah. And we recently were over at my cousin and my uncle's house, and we were doing some stuff in the garage, and a cat had made its way inside the garage and had a litter of kittens in there.
Yeah, it happens. And I got to be honest, that's one thing in my neighborhood. I don't leave my garage door open because I'm like, they'll wander in if they get cold or hot.
Chewed a hole through the back.
I hope I'll notice that.
Yeah.
but like I deliberately, because especially if it's cold out, I'm like, I can't, if I get, because once I get them in, I ain't getting them out,
Right.
So and I got my own cats, and you know how that goes. But.
Well, yeah, they're going to be like, excuse you.
Right.
We don't know that's no.
Yeah. It's kind of, matter of fact, every once in a while, a cat we have a little porch area, and there's a little planter's box in there, which is a perfect litter box for cats. And the strays will go in there and drop their business there. And my cats like to watch out there, and they go, cats go, my territory.
Yep.
So, but anyway, it's fun.
That's my planter box, not yours.
It's like, I don't even let you out there. What do you care? But anyway, this is why the rules are in place because unfortunately, and same thing, if you do adopt a dog, they're going to want to make sure that you have a fenced-in yard, and they will come and inspect to make sure that your home is appropriate to handle a dog.
Yep. Or that specific dog.
Yeah.
Because, it might have different needs than one of the other dogs. Sometimes we get dogs, and we learn or we're told about their habits. And climbing fences is one habit that dogs occasionally have, or digging.
Absolutely.
Or eating through wood planks. So if we know these things about them, that's what we're mainly looking for, is because we want to make sure that when, they're outside doing their business or running and playing, that they're not going to be able to get out.
Absolutely. It's one of those things, and please understand too that these dogs, if you adopt them, if you're not willing to make them a part of your family, then maybe don't come and adopt. If you're looking for security, because it is illegal in the city of Roswell to chain up your dog and leave him out there. Now, you will if you get caught, you will be fined and everything else, and your neighbors can report you and everything else if you do this kind of stuff. So that's illegal. So if you're getting a dog for those kind of purposes, then don't get a dog.
Get a surveillance system.
Exactly. They're
motion detected.
To be honest, in the long run, probably cheaper. Be honest, if you're doing it right, it's probably cheaper.
They are.
Get a security system.
They are. But also, when you have a dog, and you make it a part of your family, it naturally decides that you're part of the family, the pack. And then it wants to protect.
Yep. Yeah, you will get all of that by just being a good parent or good, a family member. Yeah, exactly. And that's you will earn the loyalty by love, and that's and to be honest, that's something you can't teach. That's something you just have to create the environment for that to happen and let it happen. And if you treat the dog right, that's exactly what you're going to get. I guarantee it. Even little mouthy ones.
Yeah.
If you earn the loyalty or you earn that trust, then they will die for you. That's how that goes. It's just dogs.
Pretty much.
And cats to a point. Now there's a little different how to get their love, but cats show that kind of loyalty too.
We have a parking lot cat.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. She was part of one of the trap, neuter, release programs, and so she's fixed. She hangs out in our parking lot. We feed her. She does not like dogs and or other cats. She's fine with us. We pet her, love her. She doesn't want to be inside. She's,
a lot of smells, a lot of weird things going on.
She's like, I don't want to go in there, but I want the food that's from in there.
Yeah.
And so yesterday morning, I had pulled up and I was unloading some stuff, and she's talking to me, and I'm meowing back at her because, we do those things.
Yeah.
And another cat comes wandering up, and she chases the cat, and I'm like, really?
My time.
And she's like, no. And then one of our dog walkers comes around with one of the dogs, and I was like, don't go after the dog. And she lunges after the dog. And I'm like, would you not? They're supposed to be here.
Right.
So
this isn't your world, contrary to your belief.
Yeah. So she protects the front door. Like,
sure.
If you can make it past her to get into the door, you're good.
Yeah. And if you're a human, you're fine, just as long as you're not a dog or another cat.
Sometimes there's some humans that she just
Well, and I always know that you want to judge people, let their pet do it.
Yep.
They're going to be way more accurate than you are. They can spot, they know people better. I don't know what instincts they have, but they have it. They know it. So
right.
Yeah, they can smell it. But that being said, if you are, I keep telling you on the don't do's. If you're looking to bring a pet into your family, come to the Humane Society. It's a great way to rescue a pet, and there's some amazing pets that are looking for loving homes, whether you're looking for a dog or a cat. All of my pets I get from either Animal Control or Humane Society. I've rescued every pet I get, and it's just a better experience. I'm not one to judge. And if you have a certain breed of pet that you love, God bless you. Do your thing on. I'm just kind of like, give me the mutts. Give me the dogs that
we do get purebreds.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of times where we do have purebred animals in our shelter.
A lot of times they don't have the papers and all the stuff that comes with it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But not always.
Like if you're one of those that are looking for like Labradoodles, or if you're looking for German Shepherds, we get the purebreds in.
Yeah. Keep checking back, but I'm telling you, don't sleep on the mutts. They're just great loyal dogs. And if you're looking for a family dog, 99.99% of the time those mutts are going to serve that perfectly for you. That's just what they do. They're just great family. They're not inbred. They're smarter. They're just, you know what I mean? It's at the end of the day, this purebreding is inbreeding, and it's not healthy.
It is. And there's no nice way to say it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't mate with any of your family members.
Yeah.
That's
kind of what it's going on there, and I get it. I love, and people want the thing, the dog, but you start losing chromosomes when you do these things.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying.
Or you add some extra things in there that don't need to be there.
Yeah, just saying. It's not part of the natural deal here.
We have those moments where we have a lot of hoarding situations come in,
sure.
And some of the dogs are so inbred that it's almost cruelty.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's easily avoidable. There are spay-neuter programs out there. There's the Call Spay Neuter Clinic. Animal Control offers vouchers. We offer vouchers.
So do you guys still have your vouchers?
We do.
For if you have not taken advantage of that before.
Right.
You can get, based on your income, vouchers to get up to like 100 and...
100?
100, I can't remember if it was 100, 150 off a spay. Now, if it's a small dog, that almost will pay for it.
Yes.
Bigger dog, you're going to pay about another 100 for that. But on average, that's still a huge discount.
It is, and it helps you, if you're financially struggling, and litters of puppies are way more expensive than a one-time fee of $250, $300.
Well, and this is the thing, too, and you said this, we said this 100 times. A lot of the diseases that impact dogs and cats go away when they're spayed or neutered. A lot of cancers for cats. There's certain diseases and things that they're more susceptible to because they have, quote unquote, their organs still intact there. And once that's gone, you don't have to worry about those cancers.
No, and a lot of times people don't realize that animals can get STDs the same way we can. It's not like they're able to go clean themselves after mating very well.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that they're cared for in the best way. And yes, we do have a huge pet overpopulation.
Big time.
But the main reason for the spaying and neutering is not the overpopulation. It's for the safety of that animal. And then the pet overpopulation is next.
Sure. It's solving two problems.
It really is.
Now, that being said, if someone's doing this professionally and they've got all their, that's but most of us aren't doing that. Most people aren't,
if you are doing it professionally and you've done your research and you know exactly what you're doing and how you're doing
done,
it. And you know how to, make sure that the females tested for certain things that they can pass down and the males can pass down too.
Well,
that's the people that, are doing it the correct way.
Sure. And that's the thing. It's like, look, we get it. There is a lot of people that love animals and care for, and I get that. I understand. I'm one of these people, but I'm not professionally knowledgeable enough to do certain things and stuff like that. And so just because I love animals doesn't mean I should be breeding them. And that's my point is, just because you love animals, just love animals. Don't feel this, I'm going to make money off of them, or I'm going to try to turn some kind of, and if that's your mindset going into adopting a pet, then don't adopt the pet. If you're I can make some money off this, then you're not doing it for the right reason.
No. So. And they're spay or neutered before leaving anyway, so you can't make any money off of it.
Exactly.
Anyways.
So please, that's why these rules are in place and things. And also, something will be, if you come to visit the shelter, particularly in the summer months, because more people tend to do this, you cannot go in to visit the pets with open-toed shoes. There is a bleach mat you come on for your safety and for the pet's safety, and if you have open-toed shoes on, that's not good for you. So
Crocs are in that area too.
Yes.
Because they have the little holes in it.
If you can see your feet, then it's no good.
Yeah,
it's got to be fully encased shoe.
Like, I'm one of these people. I'm not, the 55,000 pairs of shoes. I'm one of them. I don't have those.
Right.
So I do understand that there are people that, only wear like Crocs and sandals like that. I do get it. However, you have to have like a tennis shoe type, a shoe with a
put some sneakers
sole,
or a boot or something on.
Or something that is not going to allow bleach to touch your feet, because it is a sopping wet mat.
Absolutely.
And then it also destroys the tread on the bottom of sandals, and it makes it like ice skates on concrete. So we want to keep you from slipping and falling as well.
Sure. So just make a note if you're going to come to the shelter. Now, if you're going to go shop at the thrift store, no problem. You can go in your flip-flops. But
and you can go see the cats without going through the bleach mat.
Gotcha.
Just for the dogs.
Just for the dogs. Gotcha.
Just for the dogs.
Okay. So please make a note to throw some sneakers in the car. Put a pair of sneakers on when you come here. But that's the one big rule here, and it's not flexible. And I know some people get turned away for that, and you get upset. And we're sorry about that, but we can't be flexible on that one. It's for your safety and for the pet safety.
Yes. So. And then we also, we have a lot of people that ask us, well, what if we sign a waiver? We don't offer a waiver. It's not an option.
Yeah.
You either have tennis shoes on or you don't.
It's not all about you. We're also caring about the pets.
Yes.
It is about you, but also about the pets.
Yes.
So your waiver does not protect the pets.
No. So there's no option of any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So either you do or you don't. And if you don't, we're sorry. We have a website. You can look at the website. And if there's something you see and you want to visit with it, we can bring it up into the front area.
We can make arrangements. Absolutely. We can do all the above there.
But you have to have those shoes on in order to walk through the kennel.
It's just we can't compromise that rule. So that being said, if wear the shoes, and most 99.9% people are cool with all this, but every once in a while you get an ornery situation there. But that being said, you're going to be asked to do that. So avoid yourself a little headache. Just know that, or you know friends going to the shelter, tell them put sneakers on when you go in there. Speaking of, before we talk pets, anything on the thrift store stuff that we want to mention?
So we have I know it's summertime and a lot of people don't think of this stuff right now,
Mhm.
but a lot of baseball, football, and soccer cleats.
Nice. Well, that's
So
2
if
days
that's
and all
gonna
that.
be-
Yeah, you're going to need those.
Going to be coming here soon. Lots of wall decor. Summer dresses in a variety of sizes.
Nice.
So you're looking for something cool to wear.
Still got a good couple months of warm weather, and
I
summer
know.
dress season is still upon us. And I know what those cost new, and you should go to the thrift store because those are probably worn once or twice or not at all, and you're not going to pay hundreds of dollars for them.
Men's pants, shirts, and boots. All of them are practically new.
Nice.
Brand new bathing suits. So if you're going to go to the lakes, going to go to the pool, and you need a swimsuit.
Yeah.
And they've got quite a bit of, like a clothing rack full of just swimsuits.
Oh, nice. So if you need a swimsuit, don't buy a new one. Come or get the new one at the thrift store.
Right. Somebody bought it for vacation
For a third
and
of the
didn't
price.
wear it.
Yeah.
Light bulbs. If you need light bulbs, we have a program now with Excel where they're giving us light bulbs for us to sell, and they're the halogen or the whatever.
Oh,
light-
the LED one.
LEDs,
Okay,
yeah.
the high. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're replacing the halogen with the
Yeah,
LED ones
there we
or
go.
LCD or whatever they are. One of the yeah.
It's the more updated light
Yes,
bulb.
LED I believe is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we've got a bunch of them. They call them green lights or something
Well,
like
and
that.
I'm telling you right now, as a guy that has a few of those lit, and I think most people, like you can almost buy one of these light bulbs and you're good. Like as lamps, I still haven't changed that light bulb yet. It's been years.
Yeah. They last forever.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it might legitimately be the last light bulb you buy. Yeah.
We have some dog beds that are too big for our side. They can't go in the washing machine, so we
Gotcha.
can't use them. We can't sanitize them in between dogs. So
They're not useful to you, but
Yeah.
they'd be good for someone's home where one dog's in it all the time or two dogs or whatever.
Right, or not where you're trying to put it in the washing machine after every day.
Yeah. Down to a monthly or bi-month, depending on how hairy your dog is, I guess.
Right. So we have a few dog beds. They have some medical equipment like walkers, toilet chairs, little things like that people have to unfortunately buy and spend a lot
Sure.
of money on. They've got quite a bit of that stuff.
Probably for a tenth of the price that you would if you're going to a medical supply place to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a trailer that connects to the back of a a bicycle
Okay.
to carry your dog with you.
Oh, a little dog.
A dog trailer.
Sidecar for a bicycle.
Yep.
Nice, or a back car, I guess it would be on.
Yeah, it's just a little trailer that walks onto the back, and then your dog zips in and connects with the lead or harness.
Now, when you don't have a dog, can you put other stuff in it? Is it pretty much built for a dog?
I think you could put other stuff in it,
Okay.
just not super heavy stuff.
Right, but like you want to put like your lunch or book bags or something back there, you can do that.
I think so.
Nice, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So it could be a universal trailer,
Nice, very good.
but it connects to a bicycle.
Like, how big a dog can you put in this thing? You think
I would say probably a medium-sized dog.
it's like a 50-pound dog, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I don't think a Great Dane would fit in it.
You ain't putting it, but then again,
No.
you might not be able to pedal that bad boy. It's like I got an anchor back here. What's going on?
You put the dog on the front. Yeah.
Right, it's like the dog pedal. Dang.
So I would say probably maxed out at about 60 pounds.
Okay, cool. So come by, check that out. If you've been looking for a dog, do a bike riding dog companion kind of thing, it'd be
If
cool.
you have an older dog that's just not able to be
Sure.
as active as he used to be,
Or that-
but still enjoys being outside, and you're still very active,
Yeah.
hook it up to your bike, and you could cruise your dog,
Yeah.
and you could get exercise, and your dog could get enjoyment.
Please get a dog helmet for it and take a picture because I want to see both in a helmet while they do this.
John sends me the videos all the time of the dogs on the motorcycles with the goggles.
Yeah.
And then we were going down Main Street one day, and John's like, look, and I look over, and there's a dog sitting on the tank of a motorcycle, and the guy's putting him in the harness, and he's putting the goggles on him, and I was like, oh, how cute.
Yeah. So you can do that,
You
on
can.
a pedal power if you want to. Cool.
They do have a few small flat screen TVs.
Okay.
They're
probably
not
good for college dorms and stuff. You want
Yes.
to take them to school or something like that? Yeah.
Yes, I think they are the smart TVs on the smaller ones. They do have a couple of bigger ones that are not.
So they probably have the small ones probably have like the apps preloaded in and all that. So
Mhm.
for your Netflixes and what have you there. But usually with that bigger one, you can get like a Fire Stick or some
Yeah.
equivalent Roku thing or something and hook it right up. Yeah.
And then you have a smart TV.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They do have a glass desk.
Okay.
Not a big one, but a small one. So, like, if you're needing a small workspace for college,
Okay.
or even
Like
you
a
know,
small
a
home
small
office or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
They have a ton of baby stuff.
Good. Okay.
So-
Clothing and what have you.
All of the above.
Okay.
From like the rockers to
Okay.
the walkers to the strollers.
And you know that stuff
they
gets crazy
cannot
expensive. Yeah.
resell car seats because
makes
they
sense,
have
'cause of
to
safety
be
standards,
safety
yeah.
features. So apparently car seats have expiration dates. So if it's not sold by a certain date or used by a certain date, they cannot sell it. But if it's already been used before and not known,
Right.
if it was in any accidents or anything like that, we know kids grow. And we know they outgrow car seats. And that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the car seat. Legally, we cannot sell them.
Right.
We can let people take them for free, I
Okay.
believe.
Okay.
But we cannot sell them.
Gotcha. And that and like I think the logic behind that is that this seat sits in the car 24/7. When the sun's beating on it, it tends to weaken the fabrics of the straps and the things that
Right.
are connecting. So after a time, that seat after a few years probably isn't as effective as it was brand new. Just because now if it's sat indoors in a closet, it's probably just fine in real reality.
Right.
But that's probably some of the logic behind that, is my guessing, is because it sits in the car all the time and exposed to the sun and da-da-da-da-da. So that'd be my guess.
They also have a queen size bed. It does have the frame. It has a headboard.
Okay.
It does not have a footboard, but they believe that the design of the frame doesn't have
Some
a
don't have
footboard.
it. Yeah, it may just be
So-
but does it have the box spring and mattress and everything
it does.
for it? Perfect. So it's ready to go.
Yes.
Just go put some sheets on it and nighty-night. So good deal. And if you'd like to donate items, especially stuff that large, call ahead. Let Camille kind of triage it a little bit. And they may have room right away and can come get it, take it off your hands. But they may say, you know what, if you can hold it for a couple days and then we'll come get it, or if you can bring it on Thursday
Or we
instead of
do it.
Yeah, whatever. Also, any other donations, please donate during business hours or call ahead. Do not use the night drop-off stuff for any donations, because unfortunately it 9 times out of 10 will not get to its intended use.
No, and we've had, as the weather's warm, people are cleaning out items, storage sheds, and they don't realize that they've made it to us after we're closed, or they're coming on a day that we're closed and they think
Right.
we're open.
Just don't leave it there.
No, please don't, because if it's not picked up and taken, it's scattered throughout the entire parking lot or the park.
Yeah, it's not.
And then-
at best, it gets stolen. At worst, it just gets strewn over to something we have to clean
and then
up
we
later.
gotta go clean up.
Pretty much how it goes. You
But
know.
if you're unsure of our hours, the thrift stores Wednesday through Saturday, they're open 10 to 4:30. But if you need a pickup, like, and let's say you only have Tuesdays available, Camille's pretty reasonable about making accommodations for people to try to help the best.
And generally speaking, the days that the thrift shop's not open, it's because they're restocking. So there's not like they're not working. You know, Sunday they're probably off, but like that Monday, they're usually getting in Monday and Tuesday, getting all the new stuff up. Those donations of which you speak, they're doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just because the physical shop isn't open is not. They're working.
No, we've got to clean and sanitize and, keep the store safe for everybody. Make sure that we're staying within, compliance for people with electric wheelchairs or regular wheelchairs or walkers to get through. So nobody's tripping, falling, getting hurt.
Yeah. And it's really great. Like if you're looking for books and things like that, that's a great way to help. And especially for kids and stuff, you can go in there and buy a bunch and turn in a bunch. And it's a great way to do that.
And I think she still has a bunch of those antique books that have the golden.
Okay. So if you like books as decor
Yeah.
or collector's items books, there's some of that kind of stuff there too. I know a lot of people like to, have a bookshelf with, those old style, real bound books.
Table
and all.
books. Or coffee table books.
Yeah, the coffee table.
Yeah.
But even I know the historical side, they have a bunch of old books, but they're either repeats or not really valuable anymore. And so they'll have those and say, here's a pile of books for like $1. you want to use them to make your shelf look cool, or kind of look good. So that's a thing that people that don't read, they I don't read books, but I like to look at them. So
it makes me look smarter.
Exactly. Yeah.
It makes me look like I have sense.
That's right.
I have none. So
until someone pulls one off and says, "Tell me about." No.
Don't touch my.
You
books.
see how much dust is on it? That's when I opened it.
Don't touch my books. They're not replaceable.
That's right. They're not readable. Not for your touchings. But anyway, yeah, they got a great selection of decor to functional stuff. If you're looking for small appliances and stuff for college kids and things like microwaves and coffee pots.
This is the time of the year to start looking
Absolutely.
because they start getting a lot of stuff. And it's summertime, We cleaned out our storage the other day and we got rid of some stuff.
Yeah. Or if you got new stuff and you've got you got a new microwave and get, like, for instance, my wife's about to hit them with some pots and pans because she bought a whole brand new cook set and the other one's perfectly fine. It's a Rachel Ray Jobbers. It's just this one's the new one. So you know how that goes.
I do know how that goes. Do you know how hard it is to say goodbye to pots and pans that you've had forever?
Yeah, I know. Because there's a couple like, I like that pan. Keep it. Nope. All right, fine. There's new ones. I got it. But yeah, there's a couple like, no, that's my omelet pan, man. Stay away from that.
Don't you touch that. That's my favoriteest pan for everything.
Right,
That's my all-in-one pan.
Yeah, there's a little of that going on, but no, we let her go. Let her go. But anyway, but yes, please check with the thrift store on that if you've got items to donate, and if you're shopping, come on down. Like I said, usually Saturdays they're always got some kind of bargain, some deal going on every single Saturday.
Yeah.
On top of the deeply discounted prices of everything in the store.
And they're going to start getting back to school stuff together here soon because that starts in August.
Yeah. Right.
And so we're already July right now.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Walmart already has all their back to school stuff out.
Yeah, Health Expo and Fair at the mall. That's going to be August 1st this year. That's right before the kids. And that's tax-free weekend that weekend too. So.
Oh.
Yeah. That's Saturday, August 1st, I think it is. So yeah.
That means I'm going to be far, far away from any stores.
But please note that every single purchase you make out of the thrift store goes right back to these animals. That pays for the vet bills, cleaning bill, whatever costs are needed to take care of that facility and the animals within it. That's where that money goes. So, and whether if the donations are light when it comes to litter or food, then that money's used to go purchase that stuff. If every single animal has a nice little hefty vet bill every time they come into that place because they got to make sure they're good to go. You got to pay for that. That's
yes.
Vets are amazing, but they don't work for free.
There are a few things that if anybody follows us on Facebook that they've seen us post recently. Kitten food.
Okay.
We've had a good amount of donations come in. However, we still have a good amount of kittens, so it's gonna go.
Hungry.
Yeah, they're hungry. And if you've ever had a kitten, a kitten is much like a puppy. They want to eat until they're fat, sassy, and ready to sleep.
That pretty much, yeah.
And when they wake up, they want more food. And then when they take another nap and they wake up, they want more food.
Mm-hmm.
However, we regulate their feeding
right.
so that way they don't
They
get
turn into
sick.
roly-polies.
Yes. But Kitten Chow, Purina Kitten Chow, or Purina One Kitten, two brands that
are safe. Red dye is the thing. The red dye 5 is what they avoid, and so any dog or cat foods that have that,
yes,
they cannot accept that.
And this isn't an easy item to find, but when you find it, if you could grab it, we would greatly appreciate it. Fancy Feast Kitten Pate.
Okay.
Now there are other brands that have kitten food. We get cats in from all areas. No other kitten will eat the other brands.
Really?
The Special Kitty, the Friskies occasionally has one. The Shiba
Someone
has
will write
one.
them a letter. It's like, your stuff sucks. No cat will eat it.
Like they just won't eat it.
Not even homeless cats. Homeless cats won't even eat it.
Yeah, no, we give it to the outside cat. She wouldn't even eat it. The cat, the cat that's milking off of everybody.
Right.
She wouldn't even eat it.
Wow.
So
look for the Fancy Feast kitten puree, not puree,
yeah.
pate.
It's just the canned kitten food,
Okay.
and that helps us.
Does it come in a can or does it come in that like plastic?
No, it's just the little tiny cans.
Okay, cool. All right.
They normally have it like in a 12 or 24 pack.
Okay.
So
So if you happen to see one at the store, grab those.
We could greatly appreciate that.
grab a-
And then adult cat food, canned cat food, because we use that in the morning as a little bit of a treat. And so
I like to give my cats that healthy. I can't remember. It comes in a little can, and it's called Healthy. It's a red, blue, green containers. It's a little.
Is it Sheba?
No, it's like Healthy something. It's the name brand. I got them at Walmart, but they're healthy. They're not like Whiskers or anything. They're almost like a Science Diet type onions or whatever. Yeah, but I found out Reba does not like chicken. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I did some leftover little chicken that was, of course, some breast meat, and I put him in a little thing for him, and Bella chowed down. Reba wanted nothing to do with it. I was surprised. And I gave her ample opportunity. She just one screw of chicken. I was surprised. Then I put some fish stuff. Called her right up. It was that she don't like chicken. Or at least, and this was just regular breast. It was at one point, it was I think fried chicken, but I didn't. It's just a little bit of the meat from inside the breast that was not touched by anything. It was fine, And so she didn't want it. Want nothing to do with it. I was surprised. Yeah, I was boldly surprised.
Yeah.
So I bought canned foods because I give them little treats for that, and I just literally bought beef and fish ones instead of chicken ones because I'm like, well, she won't eat the chicken, I don't think. So.
Picky kitty.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
Well, I don't know, because the majority of the cat foods are salmon or tuna. They do have chicken, cat food.
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of the food, it says chicken of the sea.
Yeah. No, and these ones were, I was specifically looking at, this one's a beef one, but this one, they have ones that say chicken, and I deliberately said, I'm not buying, because I don't think she's going to. Now, maybe as an experiment later, I'll get a can and see if I just caught her on a bad day.
Or maybe she just doesn't like that chicken.
Maybe, that's what's it, but I couldn't understand why. It was just cooked chicken breast, really. It was plain in nature. It was just white meat. I shredded it, basically into these just a little thing, so they can, their size, I
don't know.
Bella appreciated it because she ate both of them. She got two bowls in there because she ate the other one.
Thank you, Reba. But on the adult canned cat food, Friskies is what we normally get.
Okay.
Pate or even the shreds. The majority of the adult cats are not picky.
Gotcha.
And then kittens typically aren't picky, but some of those other brands of like the kitten canned food, they don't even smell like cat food. They just smell like something different. And so we found that the Fancy Feast is the best. That they enjoy, they'll eat, and...
Question, what if you mixed a little Fancy Feast with some of the other stuff? Would that help, or is that, or they're like, nope, there's that crap in there. I don't want nothing to do with it.
We've tried mixing it, and we've even tried mixing it like with the dry food.
Yeah.
And
no luck.
They won't touch the food at all.
That's not a ringing endorsement for that product.
No.
Wow. So please, if you can think about that. And then as far as dog food goes, safe bet if you just get the big bag of the pedigree.
Yes.
Is it chicken flavored?
Chicken.
Yeah. As long that one doesn't have the red dye, and if you get the 40-pound bag of that, that's perfect because it's what the dogs need, but it's not going to break your budget like some of these high-end dog food.
And that's what we tell everybody. It's not the best food out there, but it's the most affordable.
It's the healthiest for the price.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's healthy. It ain't caviar, but it's healthy, and it'll be good for the dog. So it's being
the chicken of the sea for the dogs.
There you go. So if you do go out to buy these products, please think of that, babe, because and then same with the cat litter, cheapo
clay cat litter,
non-clumping, non just the litter bag and nothing fancy.
If you're one of these people that don't like to go out and go do shopping, we have an Amazon wish list.
Oh, great! So you can just pick and
it drop ships it.
It's
right
great,
to it.
and they'll send it, and Amazon will deliver it right to you guys.
Yep,
perfect. That way,
the cat food's on there for kitten and adult.
Okay.
Canned food is on there, kitten and adult. Dog food is on there. We have a buttload of puppy food right now.
Okay.
So
if you go to Amazon.com, and I think there's like a Smiles tab or something like that, and if you type in Roswell Humane Society, that should the
or
list
if
should
you go to
pop
our
up.
Facebook page,
There's a direct link there.
There's
too.
a direct link to it.
Okay, excellent, very good. That way you can support directly, and if you're like, well, I I don't want to get the wrong stuff, or I'll just order it online and have it directly sent to them. That'd be perfect. That would be an amazing way to help out the pets. So.
That would. And then you don't have to tote the heavy bags of cat litter. And then the Amazon delivery people can just have a smile when they come through my door.
Yeah, they'll be like, another donation for you.
No, our FedEx guy is very good to us.
Yeah.
And I laughed because the other day he was so hot. I told him, I was like, you don't have like an ice pack or something? And he goes, no. So when we order vaccinations, we get the big hard frozen ice packs. And so we save them. So if we have to transport vaccinations or something, we have the cold packs. So I gave him one, and I was like, here, put this on your back while you're driving around. He's like, oh, my God, that's so good.
Yeah.
Like if we're out somewhere hot, I always have those things everywhere.
I always see I've been seeing we got to go, but I've been seeing the things online for this fan thing.
They don't work.
I was going to say, they look interesting, but I'm very skeptical.
They don't work.
That's what I thought.
I wasted money.
We're almost out of time. RoswellHumane.org is the website to see all the animals that are calling home. If you see not available next to that, means they're in quarantine. They're either waiting for weight or they haven't been there long enough to put them in Gen Pop, I guess you could say.
That's what we say. We got to make sure they've got at least 2 sets of vaccinations and that they're at a certain weight and that they're healthy before they go up for adoption.
Sure.
Because we don't want you to adopt an animal, it be sick, and then you're having a really bad adoption experience.
We want the experience to be good for you and the pet. That's the thing. We ideally want to make matches here. It's a matchmaking service. Yes. And so come down, so you can go to the website. And another way, while you're on the website, if you'd like to become a member, your kids, everybody can member. And again, that's a great way to support the main site because your membership fees go right into the programs and everything to help the pets. So. And plus you get a newsletter each quarter, and you get invited to the quarterly meetings and all that good stuff too. So, yeah,
there's little perks.
You get a say in the stuff and all that. I mean, I think if you ask them nice, they'll get you T-shirts and stuff.
We still have some shirts that I made from the comedy show.
Yeah, that could be a collector's item. You want one of those?
Could be.
Act now, we'll get you one.
Yeah.
Do we get it all, Chris?
I think so.
Awesome. Well, thank you. We'll see you here in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Folks, go see the pets this weekend and go make some of your home if you can. It'd be the best thing you have in your life. If you're having mental health problems, I'm telling you, a dog can cure a lot of things. Sometimes you have a bad day, you come home to a dog or a cat, and it's all better again. So, thank you, Crystal.
Thank you.
All right, it is 9:56. Let's pause for news and a quick break before they kick me off the radio. Don't go away.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew. The U.S. has launched new airstrikes against Iran, and Tehran responded by targeting Gulf countries. The exchange of fire threatened an interim deal intended to help end the war in the Middle East. Sirens sounded at least 3 times in Bahrain. Missiles also targeted Kuwait and Qatar. President Trump says he believes a ceasefire with Iran is effectively over. He says he's not sure whether he wants a deal anymore and that the U.S. should, in his words, finish the job. But he also insists that continued attacks back and forth don't necessarily mean a return to full-scale war. It could be a strategy to increase pressure, in fact, on Tehran to stop attacking ships in the Strait of Hormuz. All of the back and forth is having an impact on Wall Street. Stocks treading water as traders look for the next catalyst to drive markets higher or lower, but mostly positive for now. The Dow is up 123 points, and NASDAQ up by just about 2. This is SRN News.
Summer heat in New Mexico can affect more than just your skin. Artesia General Hospital and board-certified urologist Dr. Michael C. Speck, MD, remind you, protect your urinary health while traveling and enjoying the outdoors. Stay well hydrated to prevent kidney stones and urinary tract infections, which become more common in hot weather. Drink plenty of water, limit caffeine and alcohol, and empty your bladder regularly. Wear loose, breathable clothing and practice good hygiene during long road trips or outdoor adventures. If you're experiencing pain during urination, back pain, or blood in urine, don't wait. Seek care early. Dr. Michael C. Speck specializes in kidney stones, prostate health, men's wellness, and more. Right here in Artesia. For expert urology care close to home, trust Artesia General Hospital. Artesia General Hospital. Healthy summers start here with Dr. Michael C. Speck.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Aha! Now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
Your home for Armed American Radio in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
And we are closing in on 10 o'clock. That's going to do it for us. If you missed any part of the show, I invite you to check it out at your leisure. Log on to KSVP TV.